Hey, look at that.
Oh, we got like lights out, like some LED lights.
Yeah, little what's it called? Selfie lights.
Oh, that's cool. I got to get one of those. Where'd you pick it up from?
One of the teachers at school was getting rid of it, so I was like,
Oh, nice.
so I'm like, all right, let's see what this does.
Yeah, I guess as long as it's not in front of you, you're good. Yeah, that's actually not too bad.
Yeah, no, it's not too bad.
That's cool.
It's just one of them little ring lights.
Yeah, they sell
like,
those at is it battery
Yeah,
operated
I'm like
or?
Tony Stark.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh, damn. He's got it's a
What?
tesseract or whatever you're wearing.
Yeah, it's a taco reactor. There we go.
Nice.
That's funny.
That's kind of cool though. It works, right?
Yeah. Hey, shit. What the heck? I got a little flashlight for the girls.
Nice.
What's this?
And speaking of flashlights, I gotta charge mine. We got fireworks tomorrow.
Nice.
Well,
Where you going?
provided it doesn't rain. No, Bloomingdale's doing them down the street. They're actually doing it in the old golf course behind an Indian Lakes Resort.
Okay.
Yeah, they're doing theirs tomorrow night. And I think it's because Itasca does theirs on the 4th, and they're like the freaking biggest in Chicagoland. We haven't gone to one of theirs since at least COVID. I mean, COVID they didn't have one, but we haven't been back there. I think the last time we went, they were like $30 a car, and you could just bring whatever. So we'd park in one of the parking garages, and then you walk out of the parking garage, and there's just a big open field. So we'd sit there, and then as soon as the show starts to end, you can go back into the parking garage and get out. Because we learned when we were living out there, it was easy to see them from that house. But like when we would go there, like the further in you go into that area where the hotel is, it's crazy because it's like there's like a walking path and then there's like a pond with a bridge over it that gets you to the other part where like they have like a bandstand, they're like taco trucks, but that bridge is the only way in and out. So there's like one there and then there's one on the other side. So like if you'd go at the end of the night, it was freaking packed with people trying to squeeze through there.
Oh yeah.
It sucked.
I hate people.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm still waiting. We're trying to change phone carriers.
Yeah, you were saying you want to do something different, right?
Yeah, we went from Cricket, which wasn't bad. Cricket is Sprint towers, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, we had Cricket.
And the service wasn't bad. We went from Cricket to Mint Mobile for 6 months because it was going to save us a ridiculous amount of money.
You didn't like
so
Mint?
We went to Mint. Mint, at least up here, we don't have any towers.
Oh, what do you got, like Sprint and Verizon or whatever?
Yeah, Mint is T-Mobile, and T-Mobile has no towers up here. So service sucked. So we prepaid, so we just had to kind of write it out.
Gotcha.
And then we're trying to go to, what's this new one? Hold on.
You said Visible? Yeah.
Visible, which is Verizon.
Yep.
It's $25 a month. So it's not it's cheap for unlimited.
Yeah.
And I do have a code to get $20 off your first month if anybody wants it.
Nice.
It's my friend code. You'll get your first month of service for $20 off. So it was $5.
That's not bad at all. No.
But Patty Melt went through it and easy peasy lemon squeezy. Me? Nope.
No?
No, they're still trying to figure it out.
We you can take your phone to that because it's the same network, right? Or same phone. They support it.
Yeah, and I get an eSIM.
Yep.
So let's see. They're supposed to send me an email, and we started this at 8:35 this morning, and they.
Geez, you're almost 12 hours.
And they supposedly were escalating my situation to the technical guy.
Nice.
In a priority move. Okay, yeah. Well, it's Friday. July 4th weekend.
Yeah, you're probably not going to hear from anybody till Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly. So
We had cricket. I had the girls on cricket for a long time. It was good, and then I switched them. They're actually on Virgin because cricket. The phone they had, cricket did something where they changed their network to like the 5G, the new whatever the hell that is. The phones they had weren't supported. They were basically dropping support for the phones. And I used to buy the phones off Amazon that were compatible with their network. Well, I bought two different phones that the vendor, one was like a Samsung and one was, I think, a TCL. They said they were both compatible with Cricket. You go do their thing where it checks and it tells you that the phone's not compatible. The IMEI number isn't accurate or whatever. So I called up, same thing, and the guy's like, "Oh yeah, some of the new devices aren't compatible because Cricket wants you to use their devices." And I'm like, "Well, I'm not spending, $900 to get a phone when they don't need it." So we went to Consumer Cellular, which I think that's T-Mobile, AT&T. So that probably wouldn't work for you up there.
Yeah, probably not.
Nah, that's.
But yeah, Cricket was good. Cricket was good.
Nice.
Hey, the green monster's back.
Monster.
So yeah, it's just been a day of people doing half-ass work all day.
Yeah.
We had our gas meter replaced, and that took him 20 minutes.
What?
Yeah, they replaced the meter.
So they had to shut off the gas to the house for 20 minutes?
Yeah, so he ran around, he checked to make sure the stove went on, he made sure the water heater went on, but he didn't check to make sure the furnace kicked over.
Ah, okay.
I mean, granted, the pilot light's more than likely one of the automatic ones, but
yeah,
check it. Tell me to shut the air off and flip it over to heat for 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Give it 5 minutes to kick over and do that. But no,
make sure you don't smell
he tried
gas
to give me. Well, no, he tried to give me some excuse. Oh, we can't do that because your air's on and this and that. I was like, oh, I'm like, I've been doing HVAC since 2009. Never heard that. Thank you.
I'd be like, you know what? I'll do it myself.
So
that's funny.
He walked around with the gas sniffer, which I'm sure he doesn't even know how to work.
Oh God.
I took my nice old Wrangler to the mechanic down the street.
Let's say, what'd you find out about that stuff leaking?
One of my shocks was blown.
It's not too bad. You could do it yourself, probably.
Yeah. Well, I don't have any of my old equipment. That's the problem. So I got to spend a ton of money to get stuff. So for them to look over the car, which they didn't look over the car fully. And to do the shocks, it was like, I don't know, it was like $500.
Oh, that's not bad. I say, bring it out here. I got all the tools. I just don't have the shocks. Yeah.
4 bolts. That's all it is. There's a 16 mil up at the top and then an 18 mil at the bottom. And you take the shock out.
Yep.
You put the old one in and call it a day.
Jeez.
The rears are, I think the tops are 16 and the bottom's another 18, but there's 2 and 1. So the back is 6 bolts.
Okay. That's not bad though. I got to do I got to do the shocks in the forward and the rear, and they're quick struts. So they're basically the shock with the spring already on them.
Oh,
and
nice. Okay.
Yeah. And they're already compressed. So you buy them and they basically have them strapped with like, how like they use that like plastic strapping on like boxes. It's basically that. You install it and then you cut the strapping off after you put the car down and get it unload, and it'll open up, right? Well,
yeah.
I look at how to do it on my car. I got to take out the back seat.
On the Taurus?
Yeah, because the shock tower is coming on the back, right behind the back.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, the only way to get the back off is to take the bottom seat out because it screws into the bottom behind the actual bench seat.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, nope.
Mm-hmm. At least I don't have to get an alignment for this one. because on
Yeah.
my Wrangler, the spring and the shock are separate.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Because it's a solid axle front end, I believe it is.
So it's only rear wheel drive?
No, it's all wheel
Oh, it is. Okay.
or something. I forget what it is. I've never had a vehicle that's this style, like
Yeah.
suspension. So to me, this is all kind of,
Sounds pretty simple to work on.
yeah, thank God.
There's the green
Except the oil filter, whoever created the design for the oil filter, it's on the top of the motor.
Yes, I've seen that now. A lot of them are like that. And you got to use that special tool to turn that stupid thing off.
Mm-hmm. And they crack a lot.
Yep, because they're plastic. Fucking everything's plastic on these cars.
They're plastic. And the oil cooler in it's plastic.
Your intake's probably all plastic too.
Who designed this shit? You know, you put an oil cooler in there that's plastic and it breaks.
Yep.
Won't the plastic melt?
No, I mean it's like fiber reinforced with like fiberglass fibers. Yeah, but the fact is that it's plastic. So like, if you're doing work on it and you like over torque a fucking nut or bolt, you're gonna crack the damn whole thing off.
Mm-hmm.
The Dodge was what, like a 2007, and the whole intake manifold on that thing was all plastic, and I took it off to replace the gaskets because it was leaking, and I was bolting it back down, and one of the fucking corners cracked right off. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Stupidest shit ever.
It's stupid, yeah. And I was reading, there's a company that makes a new oil cooler for mine that's supposedly fantastic. It's an aluminum oil cooler.
Nice.
But their seals suck. And I was watching videos of this, and the seals don't sit like in the channel properly. Like they just took an O-ring and put it in there. They didn't. They're like, so what you do is you take the O-rings from the factory one, put it in the Dorman unit, and he's like, you're good to go.
Yeah, that's the problem with Dorman. Everyone says Dorman products suck. Their build quality is shit.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. No, they're saying the oil cooler is pretty decent for.
Yeah, but I guess like the fitment and everything, like there's a couple guys I watch on YouTube that are like that, and for all the bad mouthing Dorman gets, they still have like good product because they're one of the only people that still makes like shit for older cars. Like if you look on like Rock Auto, like a lot of the 10-year-old and older cars, it's all Dorman products now. It's no longer AC Delco or Mopar. Like you can't get that shit anymore for older vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sucks. I
had to buy a 2012, right? For anybody listening,
that's not bad, dude. Come on.
Traded my Grand Cherokee in for a 2012 Wrangler. So the guy at the mechanic down the street that we're in a small town, so I mean if he screws somebody up,
everybody knows
he's not going to have a business. Somebody will say something and they tell two people, and everybody in there was like, for its age, it looks really clean. It's a nicely kept vehicle. So we'll see what happens.
Yes.
I'm not going to lie. I have a whole lot of fun driving this thing. It is a blast. It rides like a Jeep. If anybody has ever had one or whatever.
So it's really rough, huh?
It's not your, luxury vehicle.
Yeah.
Who's Warsaw? Warsaw, Illinois. Where's Warsaw?
Warsaw.
Where's Warsaw, Illinois?
Never heard of it.
217-505-2412. Should I answer it and be like, you're on the air? Well, thank you. I don't know anybody from Warsaw. Let's find out where Warsaw, Illinois is.
Like Warsaw, like Poland?
Warsaw, Illinois.
Welcome to Warsaw. Over 200 years of history.
5 hours away.
The westernmost point of Illinois, along the banks of the Mississippi.
Keokuk by Wayland.
Huh. Population of Warsaw is 1,400 people. Dude, that's smaller than your town.
Yeah, it is. Holy cow. Okay. Oh, it looks like it's a couple hours from Canton. Who the hell is calling me from Warsaw, Illinois?
I don't know, man. We'll go visitors guy. Let's see. Maybe I'll go take a visit down there. Hancock County. This actually looks pretty cool. Candlelight concerts. Dude, totally looks like an old school, like kind of shit you'd see in a Stephen King movie.
Oh, let's go. Where is it? Let's do it.
It's 5 hours from him, so it's probably like 3 hours from us.
I'll meet you guys. We'll do a live
trip?
overnight. 5 hours. It's 5 hours away, so figure 6 hours. So, all right, we'll be there. We'll be there just in time for like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, it's like right. It's on the Mississippi. It's right. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So 4.5 hours via 88, basically.
All right, I'll be right there.
You go right through Iowa, Moline, Davenport.
I ought to whoop your ass. Oh, sorry.
You could fly there.
Oh, and there's Hannibal. That's where Mark Twain's from or something? I don't remember.
In 1998, they called it summer. Now they paint everything red and call it extreme weather.
Nobody's painting anything red though, man. This horrible weather is like it's craziness.
Let's see. Sorry, if anybody's just listening, I'm waiting for Visible to send me an email so I can set my phone up. Excuse me.
We're not live, right? We're just recording.
Yeah.
Okay. I was making sure you didn't drop something new and I didn't know about it.
Oh, we should be live. That'd be awesome. I guess I should set that up. I keep talking about that.
We'll drive to Warsaw and be like, all right, who called me? There's only 1,400 of you people.
I want all y'all to line up on the main street.
It'd be like 2:30 in the morning. We'll be there just in time for the witching hour.
So we could like drive around, make a ton of noise, and everybody would come out because they'll be like, "What the hell's going on? Who does this at 2 a.m. in small town Warsaw?"
Exactly.
Crazy people. That's what we would be.
I'll take the wife's exploder and we'll roll in comfort.
There you go. Road trip.
I don't necessarily think I'd want to drive 5 hours in my Wrangler.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like it'd be very comfortable.
It's not a very smooth ride. My lower, Civics with 17s were smoother. But
Dan, did you get the you got your AC and everything all set up? You're good?
I'm good.
What about the was it the water leaking from the stove
that
or
is
whatever the hell about the stove?
What? The stove?
Okay. No, what you like
powered stoves.
Your was it
what
the
do you
wash
cook with water?
Hydroponics.
Your washing machine was leaking or something?
Cook with water.
The tub was leaking too, wasn't it?
Oh, so many things. So many things. Clothing washer has been replaced.
Yes.
Because it was leaking. The bathtub drain was leaking buckets like you would take a shower and the water was coming straight down through the smoke detector. Like there's a smoke detector right under the drain.
Oh my god.
So, it was coming right through there. That was amazing.
That's hilarious.
Like, oh, we're gonna get electrocuted while we shower.
You gotta record that. We'll put it on YouTube, the channel.
There we
go.
go.
Shock value?
Yeah, TikTok, man.
This week's episode, Dan gets ... It's still it's not leaking like it was, but like every once in a while, without anyone using it, water will come down. So
just random water.
Yeah, like a drip or two. Like it's nothing.
What?
So,
what is your mixing valve messed up?
It's gotta be. Maybe it's dripping down the back and like running down the tub.
I don't know. So
Like there's the valve where
so
the
we have a-
handle is could be
we have a
leaking.
hole in the ceiling right now, exactly where the drip happens, and I have like a bucket under there, and it just drips, and it never amounts to anything.
Hey John, I'll meet you there. We'll see you in a little bit.
I
Uh-huh.
the this is the one in the hall bathroom, right?
Yeah, I only got one bathroom with a bathtub.
Oh, that's right. So is that grate still there behind the toilet so you can see
Hell
behind
yeah, it
the
is.
So if you look in there, can you see if water's coming down from where like the faucet is? Because like where the like
I
where you
can.
because it might be what it might be doing is water's going to take the path of least resistance. So if it's leaking from like that handle or the mixing valve or the hot and cold come up, it could be dribbling down the bottom of the tub, hitting that drain pipe, and then just following that down to drip. So the drip may be higher up. Hell, it could even be up at the shower head, just dripping down the back of the wall.
Mm.
Or the pipe from the shower head, because that comes right into that mixing valve. They all meet at that valve behind the tub.
Yeah, but that would be like that's another just weird coincidence. Why would the shower just now be leaking? Know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, unless it could be.
Well, it depends. It depends if it's like brass or
Yeah.
I've seen black pipe, and I've seen some weird stuff used.
Well, you could
My
also
house is
have.
built
corrosion.
The,
on
Corrosion.
an old Native American burial ground.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh.
right. Your house is
Sounds like
haunted.
Abby.
The cartridge could even be bad, but
Yeah.
that would usually just drip out of the faucet into the tub itself.
Yeah, I've never seen a cartridge. Well,
No,
sort of, yes, but yes, the cartridge. For
I
the most
I
part
have
wouldn't-
seen the corrosion on like because you figure if it's a small leak, it's going to drip and probably fall down the pipe, and over time it's going to build up and maybe corrode the pipe even more,
Mhm.
and then cause more problems. But then you'd
I
have
think
like a
my-
burst pipe.
My pipes are made out of copper, so it's fine.
Yeah, but that stuff corrodes. You get like the green spots on it when the water sets.
Mhm.
Plus, if they use a dissimilar metal to like strap it in, it could cause corrosion from like a steel strap wrapped around the copper pipe would corrode eventually.
Mhm.
There's no strap-ons on my pipes. Thank
Oh,
very
you
much.
sure? You
I
wanna-
don't want to know.
His strap-ons are laying pipe in his house.
So
Hey,
it may be, hypothetically that the person who addressed the issue in my house and did an amazing job, maybe hypothetically, didn't put the gasket back in with the drain.
Okay.
This is all hypothetical.
I hear what you're saying. Like
Of
between the
course.
between
I'm
the
not
drain and the
saying-
tub. Yeah.
I'm not saying that I looked behind the grate and I saw the gasket on the top of my ceiling, but I did.
Okay, so hypothetically, that's a good place to start. Hypothetically.
Yeah.
So hypothetically, we're gonna take the drain out again and put the gasket on this time, and then re-silicone.
Okay. Yeah. So
Well, so
hypothetically,
you could either do the silicone or you could use the putty, which is like a plumber's putty, and it's almost
Mhm.
like a silly putty. You take it out of the little tub, you get it in your hand, you roll it in like a snake, and you put it around the lip of the drain that goes through the tub. And as you squish it down and screw it up from the bottom to kind of sandwich it in between the tub, it'll like squeeze out everything and make that seal around the silver drain part. And then you just take like a rag or a paper towel, wipe it off, clean it up, you'll be fine. And then don't
Ah,
use
cool.
it. The only thing they say is if you're going to do that, although that's
Great
not too
stuff.
bad. Yeah, well, the other thing you may not want to do is don't use it for a little bit until it sets up. If you can go like do it in the morning after everyone takes a shower or something and let
Yeah.
it sit all day and you'll be fine.
Elmer's glue works perfect.
Elmer's glue, what?
I'm just messing around. I said
Peanut
great stuff.
butter.
I said hot glue. Peanut butter, yeah.
Peanut butter.
Butter. You could regular toilet butter. No, it's
Oh, great.
I
big
got a guy who
toilet
said
butter.
silicone works best.
Silicone probably
It
works.
can.
Yeah, that'll work. Yep.
Yeah, it'll work. Yeah.
So,
Get the 100% silicone because then it won't react to like the chemicals and shit if you clean your tub.
Yeah, it'll eventually dry out, but it shouldn't
Yep.
dry out. I mean, it shouldn't be too bad. So
Nah.
you can get that. We used to use sometimes. It's at the Shabby. It's in a red
Shabby.
tube. Mm-hmm.
Shabby chic.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, because you figured the Abbey was a resort that had
Hold on a sec. I'll be right back.
300 and some, basically apartments, 334 apartments. So, toilets and sinks and all that. You get 300 of them, getting abused every year.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
every year, every weekend, every day. So, it is what it is.
I was trying to find the article on
Nice.
yeah
Had to say goodnight to the grandkids.
Delaware. What John said about Delaware.
I don't know if it was Delaware. It was somewhere they're going to allow.
No, it is.
Is it Delaware? They're going to allow the states to the companies.
Companies outnumber its human residents by 2-1 in Delaware.
Oh yeah, 3 hours ago, Delaware City wants to let businesses vote in its elections. Well, so isn't Delaware? Is it Delaware the state that everybody always incorporates in because it's the cheapest taxes?
Yeah.
Like there's like companies that literally, if you set up a business in Delaware, they'll do everything for you because they're based out of Delaware. So they'll handle all the paperwork and everything, register your business name in Delaware, which gets it registered. And then you don't even have to be there. You could have like a mailbox that just forwards to you wherever. There's a lot of businesses that are tied to Delaware because of.
I guess that's just showbiz.
That's showbiz.
That's showbiz, baby.
You know who does that? The Zac Brown fucking band.
Zac Brown band. I was about to say. I haven't heard Zac Brown band since Hector was running 3 Honda Civics with spoon engines.
Oh,
and on
man.
top of that, he went into Harry's and ordered 3 T66 turbos with NOS and Motec system exhausts.
Did he have them overnight parts from Japan?
Mm-hmm.
I saw, was it yesterday? Was the 30th anniversary?
Throw mankind off the cage in Hell in a Cell.
That was the 30th anniversary, and I was like, hell yeah, brother. Hulkamania is going to run wild on you.
Oh, God. We just did all our taglines in like a 5-minute span.
That's it. We're done. That's it.
It's been a pleasure. Yep. Thanks. Have a good one.
Dan just like, nope, I'm done. Bye.
That's funny.
Fucking
God.
Delaware. Fucking Delaware.
I don't know if I should say this. This one might get Patty Milk kind of mad at me.
Say it. Say it.
I saw a video on Instagram. It made me laugh. It's probably a little offensive to some, so I'm apologizing. It's a joke. But it says, if women were not meant to cook, why did God give them ingredients in their bodies?
Like eggs? I'm
Milk
assuming?
and eggs.
Okay. But I mean, men can cook too because we've got eggs.
But we don't have milk.
There have been some men who have lactated.
I was just calling
milk anything with nipples.
Yeah, come on, fucker.
You come over here and you try that. Actually, don't do that. But
I got nipples, fucker. Can you milk me?
Sweetheart, that was funny. Sorry, Patty Melt. I think I'm sleeping on the couch tonight.
Hold on a sec.
Hey, Patty Melt.
Sorry.
Gonna throw a chocolate at you. Just walked in the house to find them.
What did you say? I missed.
She's lucky I'm wearing my Crocs because she was going to throw it a chancla at me.
Oh my God. Crocs. Crocs are awesome. She can't do that. She's not Hispanic origin.
No, but I do. I have some Hispanic in me.
Oh, no, you don't. Because you had sex with a Spanish cellmate doesn't make you Hispanic.
I have Spanish and Portuguese in me.
That's right. You got like you did your 23andMe, right?
Yeah, I did 23andMe. I have Irish. What's that?
No. Oh no.
I don't know. Well, I just said something sexist, so what the fuck? I might as well. She says, I said I have Spanish and Portuguese in me, and
Okay.
she's like, so do I, at least once a week.
Oh,
Good for me, right?
that's not right.
It's pretty funny.
Or is she talking about the guys that mow your lawn when you're at work? Ha
No, I am the guy that mows my lawn.
That's right. You tried to pop a wheelie on that thing.
Yeah, now I don't have to because I have a Wrangler where I can just take the top off. And let me tell you, that
There you
Freedom top, if you see a Wrangler, it's got the hard top on it. That back hard top is kind of heavy for one person.
They made out like fiberglass or something.
Yeah, it's a couple 100 pounds.
Damn.
So, but let's see. I heard a new kid slang term.
Oh God. More honeybees or whatever it was.
No, Riz. I'm Rizzy.
Like
It's a slang
R-I-Z.
term that refers to someone's skill in charming or seducing a potential romantic partner.
But what? Wait. So it
Means they've got
refers
game.
to
You've got
someone's.
game.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, you're Rizzy. You got some Riz.
So is that what like all the people were saying about Tate?
No, maybe. It's my Rizzy.
Did you hear
Did
that at
freeze up?
alumni club?
I haven't gone to a dumb guy club in a long time.
So you know
No.
what's hilarious? I was telling the wife about this earlier in the car. I was just watching some random YouTube videos, and like one of them came up, and it was a guy talking about like some kind of music or something. So I'm like, oh, I'll watch it. Looks kind of cool. And the guy was talking about that club that was it Schaumburg for the under 18 or under 21? What the hell was it called? He said he used to go there. And I'm like, look at it.
Palindrome. Palindrome was in Palatine.
It was, you know what I'm talking about? It was off of like Gulf Road, right by the expressway.
Orbit.
Was that the roller rink or was that the club?
That's a roller rink.
Yeah, Orbit
Wasn't it?
roller rink.
That was the club. Galaxy?
Maybe it might have been Galaxy. Galaxy Club?
The one over in Des Plaines.
No.
Daytona.
It was off of, it was like right off of 53 and like Gulf Road when you get off the exit. It was like past the like little industrial park across from the home.
53 in Golf. Okay, I'm on Golf.
Yeah, so if you go away from the mall, go away from like Woodfield. And then on the right side, I think it's a Pepsi building now. There's like 3 like office buildings. Right when you go under the expressway on the right.
Right by Myers over there.
Before you get to that intersection, like right in between there.
I don't remember there ever being a club there.
Oh, it was the one that was like
It wasn't Zero Gravity because Zero Gravity was in like Naperville.
No, well maybe. I don't remember what it was called now.
What's
Was
that?
it like alumni club?
It was no, it was like a dance club. Like
Dance club.
but it was
I don't remember
for
when we were 21, when we were under
No,
21,
it
the
was-
only one
yeah.
that we had.
it was under 21. Like if you were
When we
21 or
were-
older, you couldn't go.
When we were of that age, the only one that they had was Palindrome and Palatine and Zero Gravity and then there were a couple bars that had like Sunday nights you could be underage and get in.
Oh, what the teen dance club?
Yeah, Google that. See what
Yeah, yeah.
happens.
Yeah, that
I
Yelp
don't
review.
remember.
It's probably when Hector was running 3 Honda Civics with spoon engines.
What the hell?
I remember nothing.
It wasn't drink. That wasn't Medusa. Oasis, no.
Are any of these places still open?
No, this place shut down like I don't know. We
Spy
were like
bar,
maybe in
no.
our
Smart bar,
20s.
no. What year was this?
I remember it being there when we were in high school and after high school. So like 95, 96. Was that considered Palatine? If I could find the damn video. Wasn't Vertigo. No. Shoot.
Sorry, I'm looking it up as well.
Yeah, now I really
There
want
was
to know. We
ano-
couldn't remember the name of it.
Well,
Kickers
if
was
you
a club, and
if you do find it, I don't think they should be allowed to vote.
I don't remember one being under 21 there. I'd have to email Ben and Chris on that one.
They
I'd
probably would
refer
have
back
gone.
No, but they might remember because I don't remember any teen clubs at that age, at that area.
I could have
Excuse me.
sworn that's where it was. I may be wrong in the area, but it was Schaumburg, I think, for sure. I think that's still considered Schaumburg, maybe, or is that Palatine? I don't know. Is it Zero Gravity? Was that the nightclub?
Anyway,
Zero Gravity was
Yeah, Naperville.
that was the one
wasn't
in
it?
like
Yeah.
Naperville or whatever.
well, what did he say about the club?
Palindrome was off of
He had made a comment about it,
Lake
and
Cook.
I can't fucking remember. I was more focused on the fact that like the guy was like our age and went to the damn club, and we probably knew who he was.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Bitches ain't
Probably went to
shit.
the club at the same time, you know.
Was it Parade or Terminal 5?
No.
'Cause you got boop, 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 yeah.
What do you want about?
Boots and pants and boots, sorry.
Oh God, you're talking about the commercial from Geico.
Yeah, and I hated that commercial too.
Boots and pants and boots and pants.
I hated that commercial. So
Yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out.
I heard it all. We forgot to do that. Damn it! I wanted to do that this morning.
What's that?
I heard a life-changing food that you can get at McDonald's.
Well, like any of them are life changing if you eat them enough, right?
Well,
Right.
yeah, but you go to McDonald's, you order an Oreo McFlurry and 2 hash browns.
Oreo
Take the
McFlurry.
Oreo McFlurry, put it on the hash brown, take the other hash brown, put it on top, and eat it. I hear it's life-changing.
So, like, you put the McFlurry in between the hash browns.
Mm-hmm.
Seems a
You
bit
have a
odd.
McFlurry
to me.
sandwich with the hash browns, and I hear if you put bacon on it, it's even better.
McDonald's bacon or bacon you've made?
Yes, McDonald's bacon. You order everything from McDonald's.
Oh yeah, I guess Zero Gravity.
Was it confetti? Oh,
Yeah, Zero Gravity. That's the one. So it must have been the one they were talking about.
Was that Naperville? Was that where it was at?
Well, there may have been another one, but because he mentioned, I'm looking at the video now. He mentioned it in being in Schaumburg, and this one closed in 2016.
mm,
It was open for 21 years.
Right.
Damn.
too different.
I don't know. I could have.
DuPage. Yeah, Naperville. Zero Gravity was in Naperville.
Yeah, whatever. I'm totally wrong. I do remember there being one there. I just don't remember what it was.
I'm trying to remember because there was that Voodoo nightclub?
Maybe it was
Over-
Voodoo? No.
Voodoo was over by the post office, over by Golf Mill.
Oh, yeah, you're
Not
right.
Golf Mill, over by Woodfield. Excuse me. Voodoo was in the center there.
So where's Golf? Here's Golf Road. So it was Golf and... Yeah, so if you're going north on 290 and you get off at Golf, Oh, okay. So it was the exit after 90. So if you get off on Golf and head east, you'll eventually run into 90 when it crosses over.
Mm-hmm.
And then?
Well, maybe not. Oh no, it's Algonquin. I'm sorry. I was totally wrong. What was the
There
one
was
on
Dakotas.
was that Algonquin?
Dakotas was on Algonquin. Yeah, that was a 21 and over. Well, that was the 4 o'clock club.
That might have been the one I was thinking of then. Yeah. Yeah, so it would have been Algonquin because Algonquin's the one right by north of 90. There's like that weird
And
exit.
there was Club Fever over there. That's where Chris had his 21st birthday.
Nice. Yeah, that's Rolling Meadows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. Okay. Yep, yeah, because right when you get off in Algonquin and you head east, you like go along the backs of the houses on one side, and the other side's like a little like business park. Yeah, whatever. Anyway.
I'm bringing in the big boys. Hold on. I'm texting some of the guys.
Oh, we can have a.
we agree.
I was gonna say we can have a guest speaker.
Corporations shouldn't vote, right?
No. So the problem with that
Think they
is
should vote?
No. So the problem with that is to me, I don't see the benefit of that. Like people are like, oh, but then they can get like, politicians to, and I'm like, but you can already, like, as a corporate owner, like a small business owner, say, I want somebody in my town to do something for me. I can go to my politician and be like, hey, I'll fund your next campaign if you do this for me or you do XYZ for me, because I'm looking to get some law passed so, I can have liquor in my bar or something. And like, how is that any different than if you say, oh, now this corporation can vote? Because now they're just going to put in whoever they want so they don't have to grease their palms with extra cash. I don't know. Now it's just like a legal way of them putting in the people they want in charge.
Legal corruption.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, lobbyists kind of are like that anyway. Look at Big Pharma.
So
Look at the amount of money Big Pharma pushes.
Yeah, are they gonna? So there's a problem with this that I have that I don't understand, and admittedly I didn't look into it. Are they gonna say corporations or businesses of like a certain size or larger, or are they gonna say every corporation? Because now, you got the NRA voting on who they want in office. You got the KKK voting who they want in office. I mean, like, where do you draw that line?
Well, hold on. Let's the NRA is not as powerful as people think they are.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is like I'm talking about
KKK.
Well,
corporate?
No. Well, I guess that's the other thing. So if they're observed as like a church, like a legal religious entity, like the Church of Satan, could they vote? Because they're technically 501(c) nonprofit org. I mean, I don't know. Where do you draw the line? Because now, to me, that's not fair for the smaller companies or those guys that are not huge companies that have millions of dollars to spend on lobbying.
Well, it's just one vote, right? Like Pepsi gets one vote.
Right, but like if you're Delaware, where you're saying now that they outweigh the people like 10-1 or whatever businesses do. How
about we leave it as to we the people, not we the corporations?
Well, that's the thing. That's what it should be. You're right, and I agree. I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head. Because at what point do you say now, like, is that going to start swinging your popular vote or your other votes? Because now you've got more people voting or more votes coming in from, say, Delaware than you would have had before.
Yeah.
Say you got, I don't know how many people live in, let me look it up. I'm going to Google it real quick. How many people live in Delaware?
They did this in the last like 10 or 15 years where they said a corporation is a legal entity for some.
Yeah.
Was it for donations or something?
It was to donate to, like political funds.
Like a super PAC or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So here, as of 2021, 1 million people live in Delaware. So if you've got, say, 4-to-1 in businesses, so now you've got
it's
another
2 to
4
1.
million. Okay, 2-to-1. So you got an extra 2 million votes coming in potentially from all these businesses. So now that's 3 million votes out of Delaware. Like that's you're tripling their normal voting contribution. Like how is
Well,
that
that
going
would
to
never-
sway?
That would never go over federally. Let's
2
just be
million.
honest with that. That
How
would
can there be-
federally never go over. Now in a statewide, they might be able to allow that, but federally they would never allow that.
How can
No.
there be 2 million businesses in Delaware?
Well, no, you're saying it's a 2-to-1 ratio, right?
I know,
If there's a million
but I'm
people,
thinking.
it's
I'm
Yeah,
two
then
thinking
that would
about,
that would be 2 million business. Yeah,
No,
well,
I understand
guess,
that, but
yeah.
it doesn't. Think of a business, and think of 2 million of that,
yeah,
like 2 million Firestones, right? Like,
right.
Where
What would
are there 2 million
Okay,
business? Is
so
that-
here, Delaware.gov, more than 1 million business entities have made Delaware their legal home. More than 66% of Fortune 500 have chosen Delaware as their legal business home.
Well, what does that mean? Legal home? Is that
Well,
their physical location?
Well, no, and that's the whole thing is you register your business in Delaware
so they
because
have a
you get
PO box there.
you get PO box
Right.
or you get a mailing address, but you also, because you're registered to state and city is in Delaware, you get the tax breaks that Delaware affords those businesses.
Hmm. See, this is already sketchy.
But that's always. I
because
mean,
how are
that's
you
they've
going to
been.
get tax breaks in a place that you don't have?
Well, you set up a little
a
office.
residence in.
You rent an office, and that's what there's actual businesses in Delaware of legal law firms, and that's literally all they do is they take businesses. They say Dan Corp wants to go register there. You register your address is a place in Delaware that is probably the same lawyer's office or the damn office next door, and they've got 1 million different companies registered at that same address, but they're all registered in Delaware, and that's all that they care about.
Sketch.
They've been doing that for forever, though. I mean, that's the thing is that's like, why is Delaware the biggest place? And it's something to
Delaware,
do with the
get
tax
your shit
breaks.
together.
They
To the
should.
state of
It should
Delaware, if
be
anybody's listening, get your shit together.
like that. Shouldn't even be allowed. It should be your physical location where you conduct your most business, and I'm sure there's a way to measure that. Like,
Okay, so this is why Delaware has attracted the eye of corporations. Lenient taxes are imposed by the state. Corporations that are registered in Delaware that do not do business in the state do not pay income tax. So you could have
but then they'd have to
Dancorp.
pay income tax in whatever state the rest of their shit's in. You're still paying taxes there.
Not necessarily. I mean, there's way these guys get around that shit. That's the thing.
yeah,
I mean, that's all these tax loopholes that everyone, same
exposes.
way that like your billionaires like Elon Musk don't pay taxes or don't pay as much taxes because, his salary is stock options. And as long as he doesn't sell the stock, he doesn't pay taxes on them. So he may have $40 million in stock, but he doesn't have $40 million in the bank that he could liquidate and sell.
And
Yeah. But
so
I mean, there's
I'm
other
just
ways
gonna wrap
around
my head
that.
around this. So they don't pay income. So you don't pay income tax.
Corporate income tax.
Corporate income tax.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit. Like you should have to have a physical I don't know. what I wanna say.
93% of all US based initial public offerings are started in Delaware. So like all these businesses that were out in the freaking Silicon Valley that started up in the early 2000s, the ones that took off, they probably did their IPO in Delaware. Yep.
You pay
Well,
some guy, $40,000 a year to pick up your mail every day.
It's the first state. So
If anybody wants to do that in the state that I'm living in, feel free. I will pick up your mail. Just put the PO
Yeah.
box, down the street. And I'll pick it up every day and I'll forward it to you.
in 2020 alone, Delaware saw an additional 250,000 new businesses register.
Yeah, but not really.
Well, that's the thing is, yeah, I
You know
mean,
what I mean?
Delaware is a
It's not-
small
not
state.
really.
Yeah. It's like I said, I'll bet you if you look them up, like a lot of these have the same freaking address. They're incorporated in
ask-
Delaware at some P.O. box.
Jeep is run out of a room the size of, this.
Yeah.
This room here. Chevy's in another
It's
one
5
down the
lawyers
way.
sitting around a freaking conference table with a room full of
Mhm.
Bullshit.
storage boxes.
Ford, Chevy, we're all
Yeah, that's
shady. Get
welcome
your
to
shit
corporate
together,
America.
Delaware.
So that
Get your
means
shit
that
together.
any businesses registered legally in Delaware can vote in Delaware, right?
Right.
Like radically own the state.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
And
amazing.
Get your
so
shit
if they want to,
together,
like,
people
that's the
of
thing, like
Delaware.
if someone goes in and says, oh, we're going to start taxing them, well, now you got 1.5 million additional votes that go, no, I don't think so.
Mhm.
Like, it's like, come on.
Right. It's like they can vote. They get the majority in their
Yeah.
Senate or whatever, and they can vote so many things.
Or they get one guy who likes all those businesses because his political, campaign gets all the funding, and they're the guy that they vote in to put into charge in, the state, judicial system to vote on all these bills because they
Isn't
know that he'll
that
protect
kinda-
them.
Isn't this kind of like a monopoly?
It could
I
be.
would guess, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, like why do they have some we're the first state, fuck you, right, or
I
something?
have no idea. What?
What's that?
She didn't get that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the fact that like they don't pay any corporate income tax. So you look at like somebody like Amazon who made nearly $1 trillion last year. If they're registered in Delaware and they don't do business in Delaware, they don't pay taxes. But I mean, they're Amazon. They sell shit to people. I'm sure they ship stuff to Delaware. But I guess as long as they
Oh.
don't have brick and mortar, I don't know. I don't know how that works. But even if they
I'm sure
do,
it's
like,
sketchy.
it probably, and I mean, without digging into it, I'm willing to bet it's something like, oh, if you do business in Delaware, you just pay a
Do-do.
portion of the taxes. Yeah, if you do, you just pay a portion of the taxes on stuff only sold in Delaware. Like, so yeah, like, oh, you may sell $1 trillion worldwide, but oh, you only sold 100 million in Delaware. That's all we're going to tax you on. Because that's the Delaware, that's cost of doing business in Delaware, I guess. It's yeah. And from what I hear, Delaware is like a great state to visit. I guess people love it, but I can't imagine it's got a lot of tourist attractions.
Businesses.
Maybe
Well,
historical
it's-
stuff. I mean, if it's the
Their
first
business
state
district has got to be freaking balling.
Yeah.
Businesses.
business district.
They probably don't have one. I mean, they don't need a visit. Why spend the money?
That's what I'm saying. Is it's probably everybody probably does it out of like some, PO box, or it's the same building that's like carved up into multiple just different offices, and everybody gets a different office number.
You got like
Maybe
a
you-
block of hotels or block of houses, and then the rest is just a post office.
Yeah,
Maybe
But-
you should be looking for sponsors in Delaware.
there you go. Yes, we can incorporate the
Yeah.
Relatables podcast in
Relatables
Delaware.
Inc.
I think we'd have to be an
And
LLC.
then we would get a vote.
That's
in
right.
Delaware.
That's
You
right.
get an extra vote, yeah.
That's right.
We would have to vote the opposite of all the corporations
Just
every time.
because.
Like, who's this one company voting no?
Why do they want to pay
what's it cost
taxes?
hold on, let's see. What does it cost to form a company in Delaware?
I don't know. I think if there's a registration, it's got to be corporate, right? So you've probably got to incorporate. I don't know if they can handle an LLC.
They probably,
Cost-
yeah. I'm sure
Cost
there's
of
some
an
under the table.
LLC in Delaware. Let's see what the cost of an LLC in Delaware.
Oh, here you go.
$0
There's-
plus that's $120. That's the state fee, and there's zero. It's $120.
Okay, so here's how they're doing it. They have this thing called registered agent services. where basically you pay this company to do all the stuff. They'll check names, they'll check to make sure you're not infringing any copyrights, trademarks, whatever. They'll set it up, register, get everything set up, and just get you the paperwork that you got to sign for a fee.
So technically, then this would be a home office.
Right. So you could possibly write off, tax write off your computer, your electric, your internet, maybe, because, it's your cost of doing business.
Wonder what the cost.
Yeah, well, who's gonna do our taxes? Like, I don't want to get.
Well, you could
I
find.
don't want to go to jail in 6 years.
Well, so that's the other thing is, like, you get a damn CPA to just do them for you as a business. Be like, hey, I'm an LLC. Yeah. We become employees of the LLC, and you just take a pay, a salary or whatever. That's how a lot of these businesses do it.
But where does the money come from for the salary? We're not selling anything.
No, but usually you get like a loan, start a business loan. You get $1 million, and it covers, maybe your first 6 months, a year, whatever the hell they give you based on, credit for the company. I mean, you look at all these businesses that like start like restaurants.
Oh, they build excitement and generate some interest, and they give you money, and then they want you to pay them back in like 8 months or whatever.
Yeah, and then a lot of these places,
in 9 months, they're like, all right, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, and then in 9 months, you're like, oh, it just didn't take off. We're gonna claim bankruptcy and dissolve the company.
We can just file Chapter 13.
Yeah,
to incorporate in Delaware, it's a minimum of $89.
Right, there you go.
It's $50 for the corporation fees. Filing fee is $15 for the tax, and the county fee is $24. This price is based on a corporation with 1,500 shares at no par value, so the filing fees will depend. If it's $89, I got that.
We have 0 shares.
Right. Well, we would have 1,500 shares. We could each as registered owners of the
Relatable.
As registered owners of the Relatable Inc. podcast, we each hold 500 shares, totaling our 1,500.
We should sell coffee cups
with our name on them.
Sell shares. We sell
with
shares.
Our names and faces on them.
Relatable's OnlyFans.
Oh, you know what? Oh no, there's probably gonna be a trademark. No, there'd be like a trademark infringement there. I was thinking like a coffee cup with like the magic 8-ball on it, and like when you fill it with like the hot coffee, it changes to like show the thing on the bottom. But yeah,
could we do it a magic 9-ball?
Magic 9-ball.
Call it something else, not magic. Call it like
the mysterious one.
The mysterious 9-ball.
Mysterious 9-ball.
Bewitched 8-ball.
Get us an 8-ball. It'll last us all weekend.
So that would, yeah, we could do that.
Get an 8-ball. It'll last us all weekend. Get a T-shirt, some bumper
I'm just
stickers.
saying that I'm trying to look down the road. We're gonna need an accountant.
They're
not gonna do it. They're not gonna do our taxes for free. Like we have to have some kind of money coming in, even if we are just
if we how about if we do what 4,500 shares? We each get 1,000, and we sell 1,500.
There you go.
It's shares of the Relatables. Sell them for $1 a piece.
We could have we
gotta have listeners, but
we could have like a Relatable con where we all meet and do panel.
We all meet in Warsaw.
A live podcast. Yes, we'll roll it on Warsaw with like 500
we'll do it
people.
On Warsaw. Yeah.
We're going to take over your
do
town square.
Warsaw. Shut up.
You obviously don't know.
Yeah, if you know, you know.
That's the 7-ball sorcery.
There you go. No, that would like get you on some kind of list somewhere probably and get you shot. You can claim you're into witchcraft or some shit.
See. Speaking of getting shot, there's a NASCAR race this weekend.
Dude.
Yeah, I kind of want to watch that.
I'm going to watch it.
I know, me too.
I'm going to watch it. I saw that they said that so the Cubs have a home game tomorrow afternoon. And I guess the race is starting like right before that. And they've already closed off a lot of the streets. But this is more downtown, like near the Bean and like Grant Park.
Yeah.
It's nowhere near Wrigley Field.
Right.
It's going to be a freaking, and it's July 4th weekend. This is going to be a freaking nightmare to go downtown.
Well, they said all weekend now, I guess, because like normally the pier does like fireworks
Yeah.
every weekend. Like
Yep.
they're doing like huge fireworks shows. There's like, I think Dan, you said there's like concerts and shit going this weekend, like live
Yeah, they have
concerts.
Miranda Lambert playing and
Yeah.
some other, like they
Yeah,
have some
is
big
it-
names.
Like, is it like Lala or something going on this weekend too?
No, I don't
No.
think so.
What
Normally
about,
it's
what about,
Taste of Chicago.
Yeah,
I
but
was
they
about to
pushed
say
that
the
off.
Taste.
They pushed
So
that off.
they moved that to August, I think, because of
Yep.
this. But like there's like the museum sector, there no one's gonna be able to get to any of the museums
No,
this
like
weekend.
the museum, the planetarium, all that shit that's out there.
Yeah, the pier.
Yeah, nobody's gonna be able. It's like you're gonna either walk or take public trans, and with the
Yeah.
weather being as crappy as it's
Ooh,
been,
maybe
it might
I'll
be.
walk.
I don't know.
I
man,
have
wouldn't
walked
this weekend.
I would
I
go down
walked
there. I
to
would
Navy Pier from Ogilvy
Yeah, it's
a
not
couple
that bad.
times. It's not,
would-
It's supposed
I-
to rain Saturday and Sunday.
There's no way
it's
in hell
less
I'd
than
go
3
down there. though.
miles.
I would not go down there. No,
I wouldn't go
fucking
down
way.
there right now.
They said
Not
though,
this weekend.
I guess they said that the hotels like aren't filling up, like nobody's buying tickets. A lot of people are be like, "Oh, we just want to go down and see the thing, like see it happen." But I'm like, you can't sit in the stands unless you buy a ticket to the
I
race,
want to
right?
go to the race. I kind of want to see this.
You know what, dude? They're gonna have so much coverage on TV. It'll be a lot better anyway. I'll watch it on
Yeah,
TV.
I'll watch it on TV.
Yeah,
watch them
we're-
get whacking the potholes and bending rims. And
Dude, I want to see somebody like smash into the bean. That would be freaking hilarious. Like take a turn at 70 miles an hour, lose control, and careen off into the bean.
Yeah,
Plowed out a
I
bunch
don't-
of.
I can't blame people for not going downtown and staying in a hotel. Those fucking hotels are
Oh yeah, they're crazy
expensive
expensive.
as hell,
Yep.
and you need to have your own security team with you.
Yeah. Yeah. You didn't get robbed
Like,
walking through the damn
why
hotel.
why would I go into the city?
I don't like. You know
That
what
doesn't make
gets
sense.
me is it always was like, oh, like South Side's really bad. The bad areas. Like you need to stay away from those. Like you'd go to like the Mag Mile or like the, Wrigleyville, and it wasn't bad. But now they're like freaking, they're like holding people up at gunpoint as they cross the street. Like what the hell?
Yeah, people are getting
Like
Some guy
in
got
the middle of
stabbed
the,
at the
yeah.
planetarium.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? What is going on in Chicago?
Yeah, keep your stabbings on the south side.
I don't like.
what is it? It's this cashless bail system that Kim Fox has set up, and nobody told her to fuck herself.
But see, I
You're,
don't.
you're letting these kids get in and out, or kids. Anybody 45 and under is a kid. But
While I agree
um,
that that's a shitty thing to do to keep
somebody
people
gets
out,
busted, they're getting, and then they're
But-
getting let right out right
but
away.
that only took effect in January of this year. This shit's been going on.
Kim Fox's bullshit's been going on for a long time.
Well, no, but the cash thing now that they started beginning of the year where they're letting the people out, that started in
They've-
January. But
they've
but
been doing that for
all the
I don't know, like 8 years. How long?
no. What was the new law that they
Shit.
passed where they're not
I didn't think that
incarcerating
passed,
people?
actually.
Oh, I thought it did, but I mean, this shit's been going on at least 10 years
Yeah,
or
what
more.
was that? The
I thought it was the like.
Oh
their-
shit. Okay, well, unfortunately, she's 5 years older than me, but she was born on the same day, April 4th in 72.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
So starting in January 2023, the state of
2016,
Illinois,
she got
state of Illinois no longer uses a cash bail system. It says use a pretrial release system allowed by the Safety Act. That went into effect in January.
Yeah, there's oh god, I forget what it was called. Hold on, let me go back. Let me see if I can find it.
The Safety
her
Act.
bullshit. Her bullshit's
bullshit.
been has been fucking that state at least since 2016.
I mean, this Safety Act thing went in place in January.
That's a whole nother thing.
Well, that's the cashless bail. That's what they're talking about. Pre-trial.
2017, Kim Fox. I guess they didn't actually. They called it the Bail Reform Act.
Geez,
they're
so they
no
tried this
longer
before.
Pursuing that they would no longer pursue keeping certain detainees in jail because they are unable to post bail.
Oh, see that shit right there. Like
And you're
that.
seeing
That's a
what this
problem.
is.
Well, that's the other thing too. Is I think that wasn't that the whole issue where they said now these gangs and stuff are getting like 16, 15-year-olds to do the stuff because they couldn't keep them in prison because they were
They announced
juvenile or
prosecutors
minor.
would no longer request pre-trial detention for those charged with low-level offenses.
Oh, see, yeah. Well, yeah,
So
that's
you want to know why?
that's
You want to know why
Safety Act,
Chicago's
yeah.
going to shit and hell in a handbasket? That's
Yeah.
one good reason, because you go do dumb shit, and you're not going to get popped. You're not going to get busted.
But I mean, we've also seen where guys are like, oh, he shot somebody or knifed somebody, and then he's still out on bail.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I've seen a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, where's he going?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Where are you going? That's
We
like
have
the second time.
Delaware is not going to approve of this.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to want a good ROI. They're going to want to know. I wonder what that would cost. Could we write off part of our homes? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like this is our business office. Like this is our business office. The electricity, all our beverages, any food. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Yeah, and like if I'm on the podcast and like walking around my house, then every room I walk through is technically I can write off.
It's technically an office, so
right.
Hold
yeah,
on. We're gonna go walk around. We're gonna go sit in my car for 20 minutes. We're gonna go walk around the house.
You're gonna
walk around the property.
Where's that?
We've decided that since we're gonna incorporate and sell shares to the podcast so people can be part owners.
Right.
To be able to justify that we're going to be mobile and go through every one of our rooms so that we can write off those rooms too.
Oh, everything.
On our
Okay.
taxes.
Okay.
It's a business expense. It's a business expense that I spent 20 minutes in the bathroom with you guys, which is a little weird, but go with me. The kitchen.
I'm glad the camera's not working.
Nice. Yeah, but the kitchen, we could do like cooking with Eric, and you could take us into the kitchen and show us some of your meal prep stuff, Take
you out to the garage, show you the car, sit in the car for a little bit, go for a drive. If we're doing remote
I'll bust the
stuff.
airsoft stuffed out. We could talk about tech and airsoft. You could talk about tech and your weapons.
No, those can stay in there. Those I don't.
Hey, it's legal on YouTube now, as long as you don't. Well, no, actually, they changed that law, that rule too now. You weren't for a while. You weren't allowed to show you loading the weapon, and then they were like, "No, we have to do it," because people do it anyway. Like, who cares?
Nobody needs to know what's in there.
No one needs to know. But like, if they knew, well, like, what would they do? You think they're gonna come for it? Like, that would be stupid.
No, there's nothing worth a shit in there anyway. So I mean, it's.
Right. Sure. That's all of mine are at the bottom of the lake. I don't know what you're talking about. I had a
boating accident.
Yeah, horrible boating
get
accident.
My boat out of the lake.
Yeah. I haven't been able to get my boat. Yeah. If they get my boat out of the lake, they can keep it.
You know where my boat was? It's with this submarine.
Yeah, that's it. My boat is run by Ocean Gate Tours.
Yeah, I bought an Ocean Gate boat. Yeah. And it just.
That's funny.
We test everything. What's that?
in production?
Yeah, we tested all in production.
They're still on their website. They're still posted. They've still got tours linked. Well, I don't know, maybe the CEO was the only guy who knew how to change the website around, and he died. So. Their webmaster went down with the boat. They can't change their website. He knows all the passwords.
Are they still? Yeah.
Fuck.
Are they still looking for a safety engineer?
No. It was a diver, a driver, or a sub. What I'll call it, sub captain or something. They were looking They were looking for somebody to do to basically captain the sub.
Oh. Excuse me.
Are they based in Delaware?
Well, you know what? Weren't they out of? Oh no, they were out of Connecticut, right? Where did they launch from?
They were going to the Titanic. Hold on. Where is it? I saw something. on that Elon Musk thing.
Oh crap!
Sorry, we're talking about Ocean Gate. Sorry, my
Yeah.
brain is a little slow lately. You got to give me a minute.
Yep. Oh God! What the hell?
What the hell?
It's a cat. He got up on the table.
What the?
He's like checking
I
things
heard-
out.
TMZ. I was going to send this to you guys, but I wanted to talk about it.
There.
Cat's
He's
like, yeah,
you're a
I'm out.
superstar.
They're talking about the last gladiatorial game in the Colosseum happened in 438 AD.
438 AD, like fighting like a gladiator against like the each
Like,
other.
Are we
Like,
bringing them back?
like gladiator fights. Supposedly, the Italian government offered Zuckerberg and Elon Musk to fight at the Colosseum.
oh my God! Didn't Yanni perform there? Yanni at the oh, that was the
And this was-
Acropolis.
This was on TMZ Sports, so TMZ is
Yeah,
fairly reputable, unfortunately. But
right.
so Zuckerberg Musk at the Coliseum, I am watching that all day, every day.
That would be.
It
I
does
would.
not matter.
I would do pay-per-view for that, but you know that
I
fight's
would
not going to
pay-per-view
last
for
that
that.
long.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
GSP
Musk.
said he would train Musk for that fight.
Who?
George St. Pierre.
Oh my gosh! Get out of my camera! Stop stepping on my
Listen,
keyboard! Jesus!
Is it
Stop.
an MMA fight?
They
It'd be
said
an octagon. Well, I don't know if they would do an octagon in the Coliseum or would they do like tigers and
lions and
yeah,
bears.
like
oh my!
Gladiator?
like gladiator.
That would be awesome. Like gladiator fights. Or are we gonna get a tiger to fight these two? Tiger King.
Mhm.
It'll be Coliseum shaped.
That would be awesome.
He's Maximus Decimus Meridius. The
So,
first.
like- You think they'd get somebody to sponsor it and plaster like banner ads all over the Coliseum? Sponsored
a
by
minute.
Meta.
I know how to
Google
get us
it.
some money. I will
Google
train Elon Musk.
Oh,
Can we
there
put
you
a
go.
Relatables banner in that? How much would
Yes.
that cost? You know what I'm saying?
That would be kind of cool. Get a
I have
banner.
0 fighting experience, but I will train Elon Musk.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say he has 0 fighting experience too.
I thought he was like a double jujitsu black belt.
I
thing.
mean, like, probably along the same lines of that, like Steven Seagal, is a martial artist. But
Seagal.
have you seen him lately? I mean,
Is he is he the reason the Wagner Group turned around?
that's right. They put Steven Seagal and Chuck Norris in front of him.
Hey, I'm still waiting for the Havarte Seagal sandwich that we talked about a while back.
I
Is
like
that
Havarti cheese. What's your favorite?
is that like a gay thing, Havarte? 'Cause I think
Havarti
I
cheese.
think he
No.
made me my I don't.
Why is it got to be of?
Well, you said a Havarti sandwich. That sounds like I don't know.
Havarte's a cheese.
It's
Oh,
a
is it?
cheese sandwich. What the
Is it?
hell?
I don't know what the hell
Excuse
that
me.
is.
Oh my gosh! You need to watch the Monty Python cheese video.
It ain't got much cheese in it.
You're not. You don't even know.
No, I don't. I don't. I grew up
And
in
if you
Monty
don't know,
Python.
now you know. Sorry.
I don't. What the hell?
So, do you guys think it's gonna rain this weekend? I don't think it is.
Probably not.
Tomorrow.
And I think that we're gonna have
I think
fireworks,
so.
and I think that entire fields are gonna be set on fire.
Oh,
So with this,
that'd be awesome.
speaking of that, with these, why does the smoke not smell like bonfire? Why did it smell plasticky?
So they said that the conspiracy theorists believe that it was
Conspiracy
that
theory.
factory fire in Indiana.
There was a factory fire in Indiana.
Yeah, it was a polymer factory or something.
Oh, yeah, okay. I can buy that because it didn't smell like bonfire. It didn't smell like wood burning or things of
So-
that nature.
Last week it did, but it wasn't nearly as bad, like the haze and everything. It was more
See,
of
we
like
didn't
a bond, like you were near a fire.
we didn't get that last week. I don't remember a
Recycling.
smell and a haze.
Was it not the recycling plant? Where the hell was
Makes more sense to me because when I was the air quality stuff, it was like right around us and not like north of us. It was very strange.
Yeah, see, that's the funny thing is this. So the only thing I see on this is there was a plastics recycling plant in April in Indiana that caught fire, but nothing about. There was some recently.
I don't know.
April 12th.
I don't see anything. I think your conspiracy theorists don't know how to use the internet.
You're probably right.
They just
Maybe John doesn't. Maybe John
they-
doesn't know how to use it.
they see keywords that are shocking and then they run with it.
They
I'm
use
shocked.
they use the typical meme format for the thumbnails of the
Yeah.
guy with his hands on his face.
Right. It's a guy who had nails for
Yeah.
hands
Yes,
on his
yes.
face. Amazing. Yeah, but I
Well,
was
we've
thinking
been-
the same thing. I was like, why does this smell the way it does? Didn't make sense.
Yeah,
But I'm not a scientist.
Because that's not. Well, it's not. Look at your bonfire. If you got wood burning, it doesn't smell like plastic.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, go outside and burn some wood. It's not going to smell like plastic.
but
Nope.
like the smoke travels thousands of miles and may have picked up some shit like to hitchhikers along the way.
The smoke.
Yeah. I don't know.
Hitchhikers.
I'm just spitballing here. I'm not a scientist.
Like, what if it's what if somebody comes
You
up
know-
with like a 6-minute abs?
You know who might know is my girl Greta.
Yeah,
Yeah, all right.
Greta.
Did you see her? I thought of you guys because
She was arrested
had the
like
whole
for protesting,
ecolo-
wasn't she?
you leave her alone. They
No,
had
I'm
a
not
whole
leaving her alone.
you-
Let's throw a fucking tantrum.
Hey, Greta.
don't be
Greta.
jealous.
I'm not being jealous.
You-
she
you're
threw a
super
fucking
jealous.
tantrum and because she threw a tantrum and got all fucking.
Well, she
sorts
got
of shit over there.
arrested
Hey.
for like protesting,
What about the
right?
kid that came up with a way to help clean up the fucking ocean
Right.
instead of whining like a little fucking spoiled bitch?
Ooh,
I mean,
ouch.
that's what everybody does in America to get attention.
That's true. Yeah.
So she probably learned
But
from
she-
us.
But she's not American.
Elon
and
Musk
this other
and Twitter
kid was.
purchase.
Well, maybe she filed for an IPO in Delaware and the other kid didn't.
No, maybe.
That's right. So she gets a vote.
So anyway, I was thinking of you because they had a whole committee on the ecological impact of the war in Ukraine. It had like Zelensky and some other people, and then it had
What?
Greta, and she was in like the Nirvana. What are those
Were the-
shirts?
Like the,
The
hoodie.
retro
Plaid.
t-shirts.
Oh,
The plaid.
oh yeah, like a
Words are
flannel. A
My
flannel.
age.
Yeah.
Flannel. Yeah, she's in a flannel.
Where
I
the
thought it
fuck
was
was she
amazing.
when all this shit was popping off, all the chemical things popping off here? Where the fuck was she when the wildfires in Canada were going on?
Hey,
No one
maybe
cares about
she's
North
full of shit.
America.
Canada
Nobody
didn't-
wants to come to
Canada
North
didn't
America
want her.
because America is here.
Yeah, she'd be like,
Because
I gotta go to
American.
Chicago to see the president. Nuh-uh.
Right.
Mm-mm,
No one-
mm-mm.
I'm not going to go to Chicago to see NASCAR and get robbed.
Yeah, like we're turning into a southern state now. Basically, go roll
We're
tide.
turning into a southern thing.
We got NASCAR. We got shootings. You know, when's the inbreeding
Well,
start?
Maybe what do states do to protect an animal? Right? They make it the state animal. Maybe we should make humans the state
Oh.
animal.
I thought you were gonna say make Greta the
So-
state animal. I'm all for that.
Go ahead.
Our
I'm moving.
state bird is
Greta,
Greta.
come to Illinois. It will protect you from Eric.
No, I think instead of whining, give us a solution.
I
Don't
mean-
sit there and you stole my child. Get the fuck out of here.
I
Come up
think
with a
she's done
solution.
more
Don't
than
just go-
most.
Yeah,
she
I mean,
hasn't done shit
she's
except
been
for
a
cry on
voice.
TV.
She's been a
And
voice.
travel
I'll give her
in
that.
private jet and shit.
But that's probably generated monies that she can direct towards favorable causes.
But is she really?
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I don't know. Like, didn't she
He's a
get?
delegator. That kid who invented the thing, he's not delegating. He has
That's
to
true,
work
yeah.
all day.
No,
Yeah.
no,
He doesn't have
he's,
an IPO in Delaware.
That's
he's
right.
fixing the fucking problem instead of whining like a fucking little pain in the ass.
I don't know,
Well,
man.
no one knows about him, so he's not on our podcast.
No, because he
Right.
didn't whine.
What's
He's
his
actually
name?
doing something.
I don't even know.
I have to look it up. I sent you guys
You
that
don't
link.
even know who it is.
No, when we first started talking about this, I sent you guys that link, so I'm gonna have to go back and find it.
The whiny kid, or
No, the non-whiny kid.
I gotta
That's
look.
Greta.
Not the whiny kid, the non-whiny kid. No. The
Is that how?
non-whiny.
Is that? I
It
don't
was
know what
something
they
to do with-
identify as. So I don't want
It
to
was,
offend
it was
either one of
something
them.
to do. He was the machine he had helped like pick up like shit in the ocean, like the trash that we leave.
Oh,
Well, I don't know about you. I try not
that's
to clean
the.
up.
Is that the guy that did the one that they went after that giant trash floating thing in the?
No,
was it
I
the
don't think that
Pacific?
was him. No.
Okay.
Was
Yeah.
he at zero gravity?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes. He was at
yes.
Zero Gravity in Naperville. Yeah.
Let's
He
see.
was partying it up. Yeah.
Was it like an ocean garbage cleanup?
Yes,
I'm
where
sure.
the lights kind of went with the lights, and there was some flashing lights. And
And
They all
it was
did.
a teenager?
They all did E and were licking each other.
yeah, he was like 15. I'll look it up and send it to you. I
Music
think I have the link
invention.
saved. I'll have to find the link again.
Dutch
Pretty sure.
inventor Boyan Slot.
Oh boy, and yeah.
He's
Where is
Dutch.
Yeah, no, that's the guy. That was from 2014, though. The Pacific Garbage
Founded in
Patch. Yeah.
2013 in Delaware. Just kidding.
No, he's the one. Yeah, he was doing the thing with the garbage patch. I remember that.
What the hell?
Oh yeah, okay.
You
So
ever-
he
you ever-
is the founder and CEO of Ocean Cleanup, a nonprofit org developing and scaling technologies to rid the world's oceans of plastic.
It's Boyan.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, that's the same guy.
Okay, so this is the guy.
I
Is
think.
we
it, I'll
need to get-
see if
We
I'll
need to
have
get
to see.
Boyan
I'll-
on the show.
I'll look to see. I'll look and then I'll let you know. Like I said, I had the link. I sent it to you guys, but I'll have to look to see if this is the guy. If this is the kid.
I mean, but that's from like 2013, 2014.
We are a registered charity as a stitching in the Netherlands, and they're registered in the U.S. So maybe it doesn't say what state.
Could
Are
be
they
Delaware.
registered in Delaware?
Could be Delaware.
It's got to be
I don't know.
Delaware.
I mean, they're
501c3.
yeah, that's a nonprofit org.
So could we do that when we sell our shares? We could become a 501c3, donate the money, but still have the perks of being able to write off the building and
Maybe. Here's
things
my
like that.
conspiracy theory. Maybe
Okay.
Boyan and Greta are both in on this, and Greta's whining to distract people from what Boyan's really doing.
Ah, okay.
to distract what's really happening. Okay, kind of like the reason this is a little conspiracy, which kind of actually makes a little bit of sense. The
No,
sub
no,
that
nothing conspiracy
imploded-
makes sense.
What's that?
Nothing conspiracy ever makes sense to anybody.
Oh, that's a whole lot of bullshit. You want to know the difference between a conspiracy and the truth?
Oh, what's that?
About 6 months.
Hey yo.
John, is your
The-
microphone in the same room with you?
Yeah, it's right here. Why?
He's in Delaware. It's got
Yeah,
such a
you're
long
just
arm.
you're
Delaware.
kind of for me. You're it sounds like you're far away.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, now it does.
Let me
Are you
check.
using the same equipment NASA used to fake the moon
I
landing?
might be.
Okay.
The moon landing was
Microphone.
faked, but Stanley Kubrick was such a perfectionist. He wanted to record it on location.
What?
Wah wah wah.
How Stanley Kubrick directed the moon landing? They faked the moon
Okay.
landing, but he
How's
was.
that? Is
he
that
was
better?
such a- Whoa. Well, okay.
Oh, God.
You got a deep voice there. Well,
Sorry.
Mr. John, what's going on?
I think
That's
I,
kinda-
Oh.
I think I had you guys on the wrong mic.
John?
Yeah. So wait, were you recording on the right mic?
I was recording on the right mic, but Discord wasn't using this mic.
This is better. Now it sounds like you're in the room.
Okay, sorry.
Before I was like, what room is he in?
I think it was set to use the headset mic. That might have been why.
Oh my god.
I
That's
just
too much
switched
fun.
Discord.
Before I interrupted,
sorry.
because Eric, what were you about to say? Because I said
I don't
Blaine
know.
and Greta
Don't
in
get
on
him
it.
started on
And
Greta
then-
again.
Oh no! I didn't. I've done it over that. I said my
We
piece.
don't
about
have
that.
another 2 hours to hear a rant about her.
Yeah, right.
She's the state animal.
I
My
don't
God.
live in your state.
She's Wisconsin's state animal. No one can shoot her.
You're never replacing a
cannot hunt
badger
the
in
Greta.
Wisconsin. Let's
The Badger. That's
Wait,
true.
what
Yeah,
is-
Bucky the Badger is a national.
Badger.
And if the badger ever got replaced in Wisconsin, like a beer can or a cheese curd or a brat or something along those lines would replace it.
Bucky the
let's-
Badger
let's-
is a national treasure.
Treasure.
We cannot get rid of him.
So, have you seen a badger in Wisconsin?
No, I have not.
Maybe they're dead or they're extinct or what's the what is
I mean, that's not wrong. It's just not the scientific term.
what's the word like when they get rid of like eradicated
Endangered?
or something endangered? Yeah, like they've eradicated all of them and
Well,
they're-
no,
they're no
that's
longer there.
not
endangered
right
when there's
either.
only like a handful. Euthanized?
No, what? You don't euthanize animals that are your state animal.
it says they're found in the state of Wisconsin.
Yeah,
I
people
think
say
they're
they're around here.
protected.
I've never seen them.
So
Oh,
what's
you
the
know
difference
they
between
are.
a badger and a honey badger?
The honey.
Honey
Well,
badger,
anyway.
one's sticky,
honey badger
one's
don't
not.
give a fuck.
But they make an animal the state animal to protect it, right?
Oh
think,
yeah,
yeah.
that's a good point.
Are
Yeah,
they
that makes sense.
endangered?
So that's well, you don't see a lot because they're probably endangered, and
Sure.
because people are probably making hats out of them for 100 years.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
No, but I did see a muskrat.
mushroom.
Was it last
mushroom.
year?
What's a
Last year I
muskrat?
did see a muskrat. Just a hairy rat. Looks like a
A
badger.
rat
only-
that drives around in an E EV.
It smells and so farts.
I should have called him Elon. Oh, that would have been great. Oh my god, that would have been hysterical. Yeah.
Oh my god. Elon the muskrat.
Elon the muskrat. That would have been great. Next time somebody
Oh,
brings up the
God.
muskrat, I'm gonna tell them. I'll be like, "Oh, you mean Elon?" And it's gonna take them a second to register, and then they're gonna be like, "Oh, that was good."
Nice.
But man, I want coffee.
What?
It's
Go get your
9:30, and I want coffee. I'm gonna go get some
Decaf?
coffee. No,
Calf.
death before decaf.
What?
Death before decaf.
I don't
Oh,
even know what that means.
Okay.
It means I don't drink decaffeinated coffee. That's like drinking non-alcoholic beer.
That's like becoming a thing.
Drinking non-alcoholic beer?
Yeah, if you go to the store, there's like
Zima?
non-alcoholic beer sections. Like it's growing.
What?
No. Last time I had
Yeah.
a non-alcoholic beer, I was pissed because I was like, "Why is there no alcohol in this? I don't drink this for the taste. I drank
Yeah,
it to
if
get
you go
drunk."
to like if you go to like Woodman's or Walmart, there's a non-alcoholic section
Huh.
and it's sizable.
Mm.
Becoming a thing.
We need to chat about this. Why are we drinking non-alcoholic beer?
I
Who
don't know.
likes the taste of beer?
I mean, like
Some
if you could make it taste the same, but like all the non-alcoholic stuff I've had, like it does not even taste like beer.
There was no reason for me to drink a non-alcoholic beer because again, if I'm
Yeah.
drinking a beer, I want a beer. You know. Same reason to drink, decaf coffee. Coffee
Yeah.
doesn't do anything to me anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
I could drink a pot of coffee right now and pass out in a half an hour after drinking it.
Trying.
That was one of the
Mm.
drawbacks to working out and drinking all the pre-workouts and all that stuff. I now have body dysmorphia and a severe caffeine addiction.
Body dysmorphia. What does that mean?
You see a different body than I see.
What?
I will never be. I'll never be as big as I want to be.
What?
Body
I didn't
dysmorphia.
realize that they made a
I
term out
don't.
of that.
Yeah, body dysmorphia.
But what is that normally, like, who normally does that? Because that doesn't seem like a big deal to me. Like,
What,
you just
body
want,
dysmorphia?
like, you want to be bigger. Like, okay, fine, work out more.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah,
like, is that
work
like a
out,
legit thing, or is it?
Body dysmorphia? Yeah.
But I mean, is it like?
Yeah,
Does it
you
mean they
think
want to
you're-
think they want to be bigger, or does it just like any other
It's
physical?
anything.
Okay.
You know, somebody may feel that they're, overweight. They may think that they're 200 pounds, but then they look at themselves in the mirror. They see one thing, but they're actually not.
So if they think they're 200 pounds, but they're like 250, is that considered?
But they're like 100 pounds.
Okay.
That's body dysmorphia.
Now, what if it's the other extreme?
I'm sure it would go the other way too. I was just
Okay.
about to say, I'm sure it would go the other way, but guys with ILS, imaginary lat syndrome, where they walk like this, where their arms are out, pretending they have lats.
ILS, isn't that what Lou Gehrig died of?
No, and that ALS.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
No,
He
that was
died of
Lou Gehrig's
ills.
disease.
He's
That was
got
Lou
the
Gehrig's
ills.
disease.
He's got the ills.
The ills.
Smokey, you got
No,
the
he-
ills.
Lou
He died of
Gehrig
ills.
died of Lou Gehrig's disease. How the hell you not see that coming?
Oh god, he's got
Sorry.
the ills.
But
Body
no, ILS.
dysmorphic disorder
Is
is
that
a mental illness.
ILS is that like the RLS, the restless leg syndrome, where they think their legs are like constantly moving?
I have that.
No, ILS is imaginary. It's a weightlifter, bodybuilder thing where
I mean,
guys
you
walk
can't-
around thinking they got big backs and they walk around like this, thinking that their
I don't
lats are
think
pushing
it's a
their arms out, and they're not.
bodybuilder thing.
I mean, like, but
Imaginary lat
that's
syndrome.
that's not
Imaginary
like
lat syndrome.
that's not like a
Oh.
recognized like
Oh no,
like
no,
medical
It's-
condition. I mean, imaginary's in the fucking name.
Yeah.
It's not like a recognized medical thing. It's just people
Okay,
walking around
okay.
thinking their back is bigger than it really is.
Gotcha.
Oh,
You
got
know.
it. Okay.
So it's intended to make fun of people that don't have the muscle.
I don't have the muscle. They make fun of me all the time.
You got ills.
I got ill.
Yeah, you got the ills. You got the ills.
Look at John walking around with ills.
I got my ills.
It's ill. It's ills,
Fucking
yo.
ill.
Your Risby ills, yo.
God, that's hilarious.
No cap. For real. Dead ass.
What?
No, on God.
On God. That's right. On God. For real. No cap.
All right. The other thing I wanted to talk about is that there's no way that they can pass something saying that we can go to jail for messing up someone's pronouns.
I saw
They're
that.
trying. They're trying to.
No.
What?
They
Where?
can't.
Where do they want to do that? Like, is that a certain area, like a certain state or Delaware or whatever?
I was gonna say California, but it wasn't California. Who was it? What's the name?
That's-
Minnesota?
Minnesota?
No.
Isn't the state
it
right
doesn't-
next to you.
Yeah, well, Minnesota's a little weird. That state's the Wisconsinites. They do have a tendency to talk some trash about Minnesota. A lot of them. They don't talk nearly as much shit about Minnesota as they do Illinois, but they do talk trash about Minnesota.
Remember we were talking about social
Michigan.
justice warriors. Yeah,
Michigan
Michigan.
residents could be charged with felony.
Was it Michigan?
Yeah.
Definitely an M word.
I thought it was a different state. It could be. I briefly went over it because I was like, yeah, all right, good luck with that one.
Michigan residents could be charged with a felony and face up to 5 years in prison and a $10,000 fine for using the wrong pronouns.
Good
But
luck
that's
with
not
that one.
law right now, is it?
No,
It's
it's
got to
No,
go through a
but
process.
what's her name?
apparently
Whitmer?
they're considering it, they're quantifying it as a hate speech bill. So they're saying is if you intentionally call someone by their not their pronoun, that's hate speech.
Yeah, but then you got to prove it.
That's
Well,
stupid.
That's still the government. That's still the government enforcing freedom of speech against freedom of speech. So no offense, that is repugnant to the Constitution, which makes it null and void.
The first time I'm going to go to a Starbucks and somebody says, "Here's your drink, sir," I'm going to assume he doesn't know my pronouns, and now I'm going to accuse him of hate speech.
Yes,
and I'm going to sue Starbucks for hiring a person who hates me as a man. This is so stupid.
Yeah,
Very
but then
much so.
Starbucks is going to vote that you don't get allowed to sue.
Oh, that's right, in Delaware, right?
Oh,
only in
I just heard
Delaware
of
though.
fireworks.
Only in Delaware. Well, it's July 4th weekend. It's gunshots or fireworks. Pick
Yeah,
one.
welcome to Illinois. If there's shell
Home of the
casings on the ground, it's probably
If you were a true American, it would be a gunshot. Because weren't we liberating ourselves from a tyrannical government?
Isn't that,
And
wasn't
we're
that just like,
simulating.
but I mean, didn't we just throw tea in the harbor for that? Why do we need to shoot people? Like instead
no,
of
not
like,
right now. I don't.
yeah, it's,
If you're not a true American if you don't go out and just start shooting your gun for no reason.
Yeah, but then the
Right.
bullets come down and hit
I'm kidding.
people.
Yes, I'm kidding. By the way, I'm kidding. That's a joke. It's
You got to be
I'm not-
careful.
you're not kidding.
what-
You do it. You
that's
admit
what-
it.
That's
I'm kidding.
borderline using the wrong pronouns.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna get locked up for hate speech.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, that's repugnant to the Constitution. So
What the hell?
you are as the government you are whether it's
Making me look up the word repugnant.
Yeah, what the fuck? Extremely
Talks like that.
distasteful and unacceptable.
Yeah, it goes against the Constitution. So no offense, whether it's an offensive word or not, the government, due to our First Amendment, is not allowed to say what we can and cannot say. Now, whether it's polite or not, that's a whole nother thing. Like dropping an N-bomb as a Caucasian. We should not be saying that.
But that's the thing, is that's not a felony offense yet. I mean, to me something like this, if this passes, that's going to lead to all of these other things becoming chargeable offenses.
Right.
Yeah, but the Supreme Court would strike that down faster.
Oh
than
yeah,
you can
that would, they're
blink.
like, because exactly what you said, calling somebody the N-word. Like, I mean, it happens all the time, and it's going to
Whether or
continue
not-
to happen all the time from people. I mean, but
No, I'm pretty
anything, like
sure.
people running around going, "Oh, that's gay," or "You're gay," or "You're such a fag." It's like all that would be considered hate speech under this law. Like,
Yeah.
I like now no one's gonna be able to say anything to anybody. We're just gonna walk around with our faces in our phones now.
Well,
Yeah, no offense.
let's just stop calling people gay.
But I mean, that's like saying stop calling people the N-word. People are still gonna do it, and you're not gonna stop that.
No, you're right.
The government.
Well, it's the same thing with speeding.
The government
right.
cannot tell us.
Criminals.
The government cannot tell us whether we can say it
Right,
or not. Now whether we should be saying it is a whole nother story. You know,
I
like
mean-
the word. Let's not use the N-bomb because that's really only directed towards a certain demographic. Let's say the word retard. The word retard is offensive.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is offensive to the people that should we say that word? The government can't tell me that. We shouldn't be going, we shouldn't say that because it could offend somebody. Sure, that's fine. I'm accepting of that. Will I continue to say it? Probably, because it's just, ingrained in me to not say offensive things to people. Like if there's a mentally challenged kid, I'm not going to walk in and be like, "Hey, what's up, retard?"
Yeah.
No, I'm not stupid. I'm not an idiot.
But what prevents somebody from saying, like, and this happened to me. I'm standing in line, the line moves, the guy in front of me I thought it was a female. I say, "Ma'am, the line moved." She turned around, she's like, "Did you just assume to know my pronouns?" I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't know what what I should call you. I didn't
I don't
ask. You
fucking
didn't
care
offer
about
it
your
up.
pronouns.
You're
No.
not wearing it on your shirt. You got long hair and boobs. You look like a female. Sorry.
Yeah. How's I don't give a fuck about your pronouns. I'm trying to be polite.
But like,
Get
that's
the
the
fuck
thing is,
out
I'm
of
just
me.
like,
Get your shit.
I'm just like, hey, ma'am, the line moved, and she got upset. Like, that's the kind of person that would turn around and use this law to basically sue me or
Wait,
lock him up. He's insulting me by not knowing my pronoun.
was it a female?
Oh yeah. But she turned around and like, did you just assume? And I'm like I don't know how to answer that. I'm like, I'm sorry. I get like,
You
I
should have
don't
said no.
No offense. If
I
somebody,
used my
if you are,
observational
like
skills.
you
and
got
figured
long
it
hair.
out.
Yeah, you got long hair. You're wearing, a skirt. You got boobs. To me, you're a female. I don't know.
I don't know you from that guy over there.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to know that you don't want to go by this or
And
go
now,
by that?
and nowadays,
Accept the compliment and go move the fuck along with your
Now-
day. Don't be a fucking
now
idiot.
all these
Don't be a
days
bitch.
though, like even when they're talking, you can't tell what they are. Like, they get surgery, they take hormones, they do all this stuff to change their voice and to change how they sound. Like, for all I know, that I could have met a transgender person on the street and I would have thought it would have been a man or a woman. And like,
Mhm.
are they going to get offended because I call it like I see it? I don't know.
I don't know you. I don't give a shit. I'm trying to be polite. Accept the fact that I'm trying to be polite and
Yeah.
move the fuck along with your day.
Yeah, like,
You don't
excuse
have
me,
to
the
sit here
line's
and
moving,
berate me.
go. Like,
Because if you're gonna sit
Well,
here and
I mean,
berate me,
and-
I'm gonna tear you the fuck down. I'm gonna make you cry in the fucking
Well-
corner because I don't give a shit what you think you are. I'm trying to be polite to get the line moving. I don't
But-
care.
but that's the
That's
thing
your
is
life.
their argument is that you should give a shit about what they think they are because their feelings matter.
I don't give a shit. They don't. Some of those people don't give a shit about my
Oh,
opinion
no, they
or
don't.
your
Yeah.
opinion
Yeah.
or this person's opinion. So no offense, I don't give a fuck about your opinion. Your opinion
And
means
what's
nothing to me.
wrong-
No, go ahead.
No, you keep going.
Gotta
Oh,
roll.
No, it's
We're
right.
recording on the right mic,
Was
right?
it- was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? No, it's. I see so many videos of these people like
Yeah, they get upset about
yelling
that.
at somebody
Yeah.
because somebody said, "Ma'am, the line's moving in front of you," and then they tear the person down in front of you.
Yeah.
Look, the person behind you doesn't know who the hell you are.
Right.
Pull your out of your ass. Nobody gives a
I'm
shit.
going by the power of deduction based on what I saw. Like,
Right.
and I'm like,
What's wrong with using our observational skills to make certain
shit.
Whoa.
decisions,
Earthquake.
right? And also, she assumed first. She said, "Did you assume?" You
Yeah.
should have said, "No, I figured it the fuck out."
God, what is going on
Yeah,
here?
it's the powers that be.
Somebody's fucking with me here. It's
Next time someone says that, you gotta be like, "No, did you assume that I assumed?"
yeah, that's right. Did you assume that I am smart enough to assume I know what you are?
Did you assume that I give a shit?
Yeah.
Move the fuck along or get the fuck out of my way. I don't care. Move.
I don't know. I mean, I suppose if it had like turned into a big deal, I probably would have like. I was just kind of like, I'm like, no, sorry, like the line moved, and she's just like, like turn around and walk. I'm like, whatever. Like I don't,
I
whatever.
don't care.
No, I
I
didn't.
want
I mean,
my
that's the
coffee.
thing.
Let's get yeah.
And I think, honestly, to me, like the people like that, like I think they do that to get a rise out of you, to cause that scene and to start
Totally.
shit. And I
So
think
that somebody gets it on video and then
Well,
they
but that's
they
the thing
play
is,
the
like,
victim.
I think the fact that I
victim mentality.
basically ignored her and wasn't going to play her fucking game, like, pissed her off even more because I'm just like, no, sorry, like, and then I just
Right.
went around my way. I'm like, whatever, like,
Yeah.
let's get
Yeah,
on my
like-
nose.
yeah.
I'll
Like
probably never
flash
see you
mobs.
again.
Maybe she
Yeah.
had a bunch of friends with cell phones waiting to record it.
Yeah, they were all going to come
Probably
and
did.
pop out of the
Probably
woodwork.
did. Yeah, probably did. And no offense, I'm not sitting here trying to say whether, you're a he, her, she, him, they, them, XZ, whatever the fuck. I'm not saying whether you have mental problems, whether it's a phase, whether it's just, I don't care. I don't
Yeah.
care. Do you? But don't assume that I know what the hell. Because no offense, one, I'm probably wrapped up in something else, and two, I don't know you.
Yep.
We don't know you.
Yeah, I don't
So
know you
have
well
a-
enough to
have-
judge you.
Yeah, exactly. Have some what's called compassion and understanding that move the fuck up. Move your ass. Okay.
But see,
you know
that's the thing is a
what?
lot of
Okay,
these
man, next
people,
time it'll be like, bitch, move the fuck up.
a
it'll be
lot of
just
these,
something rude.
yeah, a lot of these people that do that for the reaction, they feel like they're the center of everyone's universe, and like they should
Mhm.
be. Everybody should know who they are. Like, you know,
Yeah.
you don't know who I am. I've got 1,000 followers on TikTok. Big fucking deal.
I know. Yeah, exactly. I know someone that came out as trans, and they sent an email to everybody. I'm doing
no.
this, blah blah blah, and it's like, why waste your time?
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
Like to
Nobody
me,
cares.
to me, I don't care. Like, I'll be honest with you. Like, so there's been things recently where, like, you know, probably the last few years, I see people put like in their profiles on LinkedIn or in their emails their pronouns. You know, he, she, they, them,
Yeah,
whatever.
that's a well, they're ESG scores.
Like, I don't get why that's a concern. Because if you're telling me that your name is Cindy, I'm gonna guess you're a girl. I don't need you to put your pronoun in there. And you know what? Like, honestly, if your pronouns are he and him, like, I don't like.
It's his.
When I talk to people, like, it's weird to me because now in the world that, like, Dan probably knows this because he works from home. Like, you don't see people a lot. You
Work
interface
out
with
of
them
the
on the
home.
phone. Yeah, I work out of the home. You interface with them on the phone. You interface with them via email or a chat. Like, I don't hear them. I don't see them. I don't know what they are. And
Mhm.
working with some of these overseas tech support people, I don't know what they are based on their name because I can't tell. and you know, I mean, not to be racist, but a lot of them, like, I don't know what that name, like, I don't know what that is. Half the time I can't even pronounce it. So it's like,
yeah.
you know, if I'm talking about them to somebody else, like, I don't know what to refer to them as. And usually I'll preface it would be like, I don't know if it's a he or a her because I can't tell based on the name and I haven't talked to the person yet on the phone. You know,
Mhm.
and usually someone's like, oh, okay, whatever, you know, it is what it is. And then when you talk to them, you know, like,
You're getting these he, her, she stuff like in their profiles and stuff like that because of the DEI, diversity and inclusion,
yes,
or their ESG
yes,
scores, their environmental, social, and governance.
yeah,
Because you've got corporations that think that, you know, people care. People
Well,
don't care.
I get it. The corporations, the HR departments and the legal departments that push the diversity and inclusion. I've done it. You've probably done it being in the school. Dan's probably to deal with it. It's the business covering their own ass is what it is. Because
No,
they
it's
know
them pandering to.
well,
it's
no,
to them
no.
pandering.
I mean, let's be honest. The HR does not care about the employee. They care about their own like well-being. And if someone's going to bring a lawsuit against them because we weren't inclusive enough to consider them. Well, now that they are, they could dot all their I's and cross all their T's and they're good. And now if
Yeah,
there's
like
a problem where they go, oh, Eric wasn't inclusive enough to me, well, then they just deal with it. But the business isn't affected by it because now it's between you and somebody else or whoever and somebody else.
The business can be affected by it because at the hospital I worked at, they got a hard on for the DEI stuff.
Well,
And
yeah,
they
that's a lot of them do that now. That's huge.
They have all their networks, all their groups, and they have to like satisfy all these groups' requests
Yeah.
and things like that. So now you're reducing productivity because you have to do all this dumb shit.
Yep.
You know, and it's no offense. This is a bottom line. It was a hospital. It was a non-for-profit. If you think a hospital is non-for-profit, I've got some news for you.
That's a story for next week.
For-profit. They're for-profit. It does not matter.
I don't think any non-for-profits.
Mm-hmm.
I work for a not-for-profit. We made $1.5 billion last year. Tell me it's not for profit.
Exactly.
Like, come on.
And you're starting to affect, like, you're going to tell me a nurse is going to have to go to like a weekly meeting where you might have to read a book where you hate your whiteness because,
Right.
you know, some DEI director thinks that I give a shit whether this person's skin tone is different than mine.
But
No,
they
I don't
have
care.
to.
Did this person over here, did they do their job? Yes. Okay. That's all I give a shit about.
But because some
Right.
government
did
agency or some higher up says, "Hey, you've got to do all this training to make sure that the people are aware that we're now inclusive." Now that covers their ass, because then it could be, if they don't do it and something does happen, then it could be the argument of, well, the business never told me I couldn't do that. I don't
Yeah, but
remember
then
that, you know.
you got weekly meetings where you might have to do X, Y, and Z, or maybe more than one meeting, depending how many of these
See,
clubs
I
you're
don't
in.
get that,
And now
because
you're
like,
wasting time. And now you're wasting time on the company clock, and now your productivity's going down. And let's say
Yeah.
you're a nurse and you're in the ICU, but now you
Yep.
got to dick around with all this shit, because if you don't, you won't get a bonus, or you won't get your paycheck, or you won't get this, you won't
I
get
don't
that.
get doing it that frequently. Like, we do all of our like, in the medical field, so we do the diversity inclusive training, the HIPAA training, all the other compliance, the PCI, or not PCI, PHI, PII compliance. We do all that like once a year. And we do that once a year, and that's it. And it's not like we're doing it every freaking year. Now that I become a supervisor, I got to go through all these HR classes and stuff that like expands on what the normal person gets. So like, I know a lot of the stuff that they're covering, but now it's more like, as a supervisor, like how I protect the company if I see that stuff happening, and what's my duty to report it.
You need to go to sexual harassment training.
Yeah,
Why?
well, we do that too.
I already know how to do that, you know.
Right.
But it's you know, it's you know, the hospital, you know, that I worked at. I mean, I had heard that there were like weekly meetings.
See, that's crazy. Like, I can't imagine that.
To read. Okay, with what time? I still have a job to do, you know, and I was third shift, so I mean, it's not like I really had a lot to do. So I mean, technically, I was a prime candidate.
But was it weekly meetings with the same people?
Yes.
Like, to go over the same thing, like from week to week.
Yeah, it's like a glorified book club, but with racism.
Wow. That seems a little absurd to me.
So I got to do this to hate the fact that I'm Caucasian and you're not? What? Why? That's racist.
That's not inclusive.
You telling me read this book because I supposedly hate you because you're a different race than I am. That's racist. You don't know that.
Yeah.
I don't hate anybody based on sex, race, creed, location. There's nothing I hate a person for unless somebody's an asshole to me.
No,
if you're an asshole, I don't give a shit.
I hate everybody equally. I don't care what color or race you are.
I'm an equal opportunity hater.
Yep.
I got my PhD, but no, everybody I know is the same way. You know, I mean, everybody I know, no matter the color of everybody I know, everybody has the same opinion that I know. If you're an asshole, they would hate you. It's not based on who or what you are, it's how you are acting. So now I got to have somebody tell me that, you know, I got to do this or I'm not going to get X, Y, and Z. I'm not going to get my raise.
Like, and the fact that they make you do it, like, so this is what I always, big pun. I just realized you're wearing that shirt. Like,
hell yeah, Frank Castle, hell yeah.
So I tell the wife this because like she started working in the place, you know, last year before, and they got all the stuff that they wanted to take training on, and she's doing it after hours at home. And I'm like, why you do like they're expecting you to do this? They should do it on the clock. You do it on the clock. So I'm like, if you're going to do it from home and they want you to say like, just tell us you did it for an hour, we'll pay you an hour. That's fine. But if not, like, then you should tell the people, hey, you know, you're going to take an hour out of your day, go into the office and do this online training or whatever. And that's like when I do that stuff at work, like all this HIPAA and all, like they expect us to do it during the day. And they say like, you got to get it done by this day. I tell my boss, I go, I'm doing my HIPAA training, you know, it's going to take me a couple hours to go through it. He's like, okay, whatever. just do it. That's fine.
Yeah.
I
don't
and
know
it's
anybody that.
like I'd never considered doing that outside of work on my own time. Like now I'll research stuff to further my own knowledge and better myself and work towards other skills on my own time after hours doing whatever. But it's like, if you're telling me I got to do training that's mandated by HR for diversity, inclusion, HIPAA, whatever, like I'm doing it on their dime and they expect that because they're telling me you've got to do it. Yeah. It's like,
It's always been on the company's time.
And the fact that they're like, if they're telling you to do it as frequently as they are, then like, that's absurd. Like
it affects your productivity.
I mean, you can't like, I get maybe a couple hours a day, once a year. Fine. You figure it out. But if they're asking you to do it every week, that's nuts.
Not even fine. No offense. This isn't the 60s. This isn't the 50s, the 40s, where that racism was everywhere.
Well,
so we need to. It's still there. I'm not saying.
I think the sad truth of it is, and it's probably more so, even though that it's been, whatever, ratified and changed.
We gotta.
It still happens
because there's been some offensive graffiti written on the school of my elementary.
You've traveled down south to Florida. Some of those places we've traveled down. I think Dan has gone down south. Some of those places you stop, like when you get into the more rural southern states,
like Alabama,
like you can tell, like when you walk into a place and there's only white people and like you're the odd person out, like, and everybody's looking at you, that like, like if you're not welcome there, you would hate to see what like someone else shows up.
It's because we're a Yankee.
Not even that. Like maybe they don't know, but it's like they could tell like you don't belong there. You're not from around there. You just by the way you talk, the way you look, the vehicle you drive, like and that like in some of those areas, racism is probably still rampant as it was.
I'm sure there's. Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Like, what is it?
Like it was.
Alabama and oh god, there's another one. They still do. They still have sundown towns, which is the one where, like, if you're basically a black person and you're out after sundown, like, they basically run you out of town, or whatever, maybe worse. And that shit still goes on, and like people are okay with that. Like I don't know. That's
I was watching that Tommy G video, and this one guy had no, it wasn't Tommy G. It was, who was it? It was a black dude that was going to, was it Arkansas, Oklahoma, and they called it the most racist town in America.
Yeah, probably. I wouldn't doubt.
I'll have to send it. I'll have to send you the link because the guy kept harassing. Well, not harassing, but talking to this guy.
Yeah.
And you could tell the guy wanted, like the old white guy just wanted to, like just kind of pop off like it was the 40s. And I'm like, why would you antagonize this?
Yeah. I mean, like the last place I worked, 15 years ago, we had a sales guy that went down to one of those towns, and he was a black guy, and he went with another guy who was a white guy from the area, sales guy, and they were like doing their sales rounds. And he's like, we went into a diner, and everybody, it was like you see in the movies, you said, like, everybody looks at you because you're obviously not from there, you're not typically in that area. And he's like, the lady that like, they walked in, and the lady that greeted him, the hostess, only talked to the white guy, like only looked at him and like said, hey, you want to eat lunch, we'll get you a seat. They took the orders, and the waitress didn't even look at the black guy. Like nobody would even acknowledge he was there, but they were okay, like giving him food and taking his money. And it's like, he's like, it's, I grew up in the North, and he's like, it wasn't a thing. And he's like, you go back to that, and he's like, you hear about how all this stuff has gone away, and they've done away with this, and it's better. And he's like, it's not, because the shit still happens.
There's some people that you're never going to change their mind.
No,
and that is what it is.
And you know what? I mean, like, part of me says like, okay, I get it. You're going to do whatever you want to do. But you know what? The other part of me says like, as long as they stay there, like I'm okay with that. Like when it starts happening, like, you know, like I don't live there for a reason because I don't want to deal with that. I'm not that kind of person. Like don't bring it up here. Don't spray paint it on your school or on your garage or whatever. Like get that shit out of town.
No, I agree. Yeah, you're never going to get rid of it. Now we don't have separate water fountains like we did in the 40s and 50s.
No.
Now was that California, Milwaukee, where was it? Where they had a strictly black graduation at a school.
Like just for like, was it mixed race or was it like primarily?
It was a mixed school, but it was a segregated.
Why would
they didn't call it segregation because
of course not. That would be bad.
Well, no, because I think it was organized by the African American like teachers or whoever, like administration.
So they wanted their own basically.
Excuse me. Yeah, sorry. This weather is
yeah, me too. That and I got the freaking cat bothering me.
So, but yeah, it wasn't like, the white people went, oh, we don't want to be, graduate with our black classmates or our Hispanic classmates.
But so why is that okay though? When maybe I'm going to sound like an asshole for saying this, but like you look at like you look at BET, the TV network, Black Entertainment Television. If any white guy tried to start a white entertainment television, they'd get kicked out of town like there was no tomorrow.
Look at all the rest of the TV channels. There's not a lot.
I get it, but like this, okay. Why would they come out and say, "Well, we want to have a graduation ceremony for our race"? Like if a white guy did that, he'd be, crucified.
It's reverse racism. It's that's what it is.
It's not right either way. Like I mean, you knock that shit off.
It makes it look like I got
I think it's okay if they all agree on it.
Yeah, but then does it become
didn't we fight against segregation?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we agreed to not do that. Like, it wasn't that the whole thing, 60 years ago or whatever.
We were segregating them against their will.
Okay,
right. This is different. That. But this is like a union. This is like a union where they're all just the same color.
Segregation, no matter what, like that, it's still wrong. It's still racism. It's still racist to segregate me from this graduation from graduating with my classmates. Doesn't matter.
I mean,
it's still segregation.
But they're not doing it. They're not doing it against their will. They probably had conversations about it.
But
it's still segregating the community, and it's still not putting us together where we should be. It's taking, you're a white guy, you're a black guy. Here, you go to your separate corners.
Yeah, I mean, so if you get
just like what you guys are saying, you're like, keep it down there. We don't want it up there. Maybe they agree that they don't want to be together.
But if you've got like a black teacher who says, oh, the black community at our school wants to have their own graduation. And they go in front of all the other teachers, red, white, blue, yellow, black, green, whatever. And they propose this. And everybody says, yeah, I think that's a great idea. Like, I mean, aren't they all participating in racism at that point because they're agreeing to this?
It's still racist. It's still racist to segregate the people.
Like I would feel like if I was a white teacher and I said, oh, yeah, I'm okay with that. Well, then, like, to me, you're basically saying, yeah, like, I'm okay with racism because you're agreeing to say, like, oh, just because they came forward and said they want to do it, it's okay. But, 60 years ago when we said we're going to forcibly separate you, that was not okay. Well, what's the difference? You're still separating them. Like, either way, the end result is the same.
You're setting us back to the 50s by doing that shit.
You're reversing that whole
us to
thing.
be together. The point is for us to be together as humans. Now, again, some people aren't going to agree to that.
Wait a minute.
That is what it is.
Did you just presume that I identify as human?
Again, I think it's okay. I mean, what's wrong with what they did? It's like their own club.
It's still, it's still segregation. It's still setting us.
So
I mean, I see
with
what you're
golf,
saying,
and there are people who don't
Dan.
golf.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, they agreed upon
It's a
it.
club.
Somebody said it's okay with that. But I mean, like, to me,
Now,
there's a difference to say, like, you, me, and Eric create a club and it's only white people. We're going to be labeled as a racist.
So
If-
okay, let's put this. Let's
If
put
you
this
get a
on
bunch
there.
of black people together and go, we're going to create a club and only invite blacks, they're not considered racist. Like, why is there a double standard there?
So let's put this standard here. Let's say all the white kids in that class said we want a white only graduation. We
Well, that's
don't
what I'm
want any
saying.
of the black kids.
That they would be labeled as racist and probably
They'd be labeled
kicked
as
out of the
racist
friggin'
because
school.
They want to be segregated.
Right. But as soon as the blacks came
Well-
forward and said it, everyone's like, oh yeah, okay, sure, you can have what you want. Like, it doesn't seem the same to me.
Well, but didn't they have an all-white graduation then?
Well, yeah, but I mean, I guess, well, you want to put it that way.
I mean, they had one.
But I mean, it was at the request of the blacks to have their own. I mean, like, I don't know. To me, it seems weird because, like, it'd be like them saying, like, yeah, we're okay with it as long as you tell everyone it was your idea, not ours. like, yeah, all you blacks want to go have your own graduation and segregate. That's fine. Us whites will go do our own thing because you're kicking us out of the group. Now, if the roles were reversed, freaking,
hell would be
NAACP would be lined up there. Freaking Johnny Cochran or whoever that guy is would be out there fighting. Who's the guy that does it all the time? I don't even remember what his name is. Jesse Jackson, whoever it is. They'd be out there.
Oh,
And Al Sharpton.
Al Sharpton, Reverend Al Sharpton.
Reverend Al Sharpton.
And Greta
Yeah, no.
Thunberg and everybody else.
no one see Greta. She's a state animal.
That's right. That's right. She's protected under our.
Hey, just because I think she's an idiot doesn't mean I think she should be shot. Hold on. Let's.
Well, you
You
can't
said
shoot
that-
a state animal, so that's okay. some kind of she's some kind of animal. Rawr.
I don't want to know about that. That was
Oh man.
The hell have we
Galaxy?
become?
I don't know. We go off on tangents.
That was funny.
This doesn't
I
make any
didn't
sense.
see that coming. Caught me off guard.
Which, sorry, I missed something. Sorry, I have to rewind.
Oh my god. You'll see it. We'll see it in post.
Roar.
Roar.
Oh, yeah, that one, yeah, okay. I don't want to think about that. I'm gonna leave Dan to his twisted. Wait, isn't she underage?
Not anymore.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm gonna look weird. This is gonna be in my Google search result.
Someone needs to attend their meetings.
She's 20. Come on, January 3rd,
Okay.
2003.
No, that's fine. Okay, so I'm wrong. I didn't know. I was just asking a question.
Wait a minute. For some reason, this is like the top thing. She took a year off to focus on her work, which included taking a sailboat across the Atlantic to speak at the UN. What?
Yeah, because she doesn't fly because she has Asperger's or something.
What? Seriously?
She stopped flying. She used to fly first class, and then took the train.
Oh yeah, Asperger's. She does not view Asperger's as an illness. She called it her superpower. Okay.
What does she think about ILS?
Yeah. What the hell?
I think somebody with ILS has got issues, but that's a whole nother story.
What? Wait, what is ILS? Imaginary
The hype.
leg syndrome?
Imaginary lat
Oh,
syndrome.
leg syndrome. Lats.
your
Okay.
latissimus. The hype.
Imaginary leg syndrome.
You got no
Legs?
legs, Lieutenant Dan. Oh my god. Now I got to deal with this in my search results. How old is Greta Thunberg?
That's all right. You can look that up.
At least I didn't look for his Greta Thunberg legal.
I never did that. I think it closed. The Hype was that the name of the joint, the club in
The Hype?
Schaumburg? The Hype. closed our senior year. Whoa.
What
It
is
was
going
in
on
the
with cameras
displays
today?
mall. I don't know. Sorry,
Yeah,
everybody.
okay. Dance club for teens. Why the hell? This is sad that I can find articles from 1993 Chicago Tribune newspaper online. What is this? They want me to. I'm stuck behind a paywall. Fuck that site. Sorry. Where's Greta Thunberg when I need her? Fight for my payroll exclusion.
What happened to Dan?
Oh. Peace,
Is
he says.
Did we offend him with the Greta talk?
It's his 2-hour mark. I think he's got he's got stuff to do. Oh, it's funny.
All right. Yeah, well, I think Patty Melt's going to be ready to go to bed, so I should call it an evening as well.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure we pissed off enough people tonight, so
Come on.
we can work on the next one.
We're not doing our job if we don't, right?
Yeah, exactly. So,
Nice.
All
Cool.
right, everybody, if you're still listening, have fun. We love you.
Yep. Thanks for watching.
Keep it. Yeah. All right. Have a good one.
Take care, man. See you later.
Thanks, sir. Later. Bye.